A long time ago, way before you were born, scientists had a very big dream. They wanted to bring dinosaurs back to life. Dinosaurs had been gone for millions of years, but these scientists thought maybe they could find a way to see them again, not just in books or movies, but real ones you could touch, hear, and even ride in a car beside. Imagine being able to see a giant T-Rex walking, or a long-necked Brachiosaurus stretching its head to eat from the top of the trees. That's what the scientists wanted to do, and they gave this dream a name: Jurassic Park. The man who started everything was named John Hammond. He was an old man with a white beard, and he was very kind but also a little too sure that nothing could go wrong. He thought if he made a park full of dinosaurs, families from all over the world would come to see them, just like people go to see elephants at the zoo. But this park wasn't like a zoo. It wasn't just cages and fences. It was going to be something magical, like a safari adventure where dinosaurs walked around, and people drove through in cars to see them. Hammond wanted it to feel safe, fun, and exciting. But to make dinosaurs, you need dinosaur DNA. DNA is like the instruction book that tells living things how to grow and live. Dinosaurs had been gone for millions of years, so where would the scientists find their DNA? That's when they had a very clever idea. Millions of years ago, mosquitoes bit dinosaurs and drank their blood. Then some of those mosquitoes got stuck in tree sap, which later turned into amber, a kind of hard, shiny rock. Inside that amber, the mosquitoes were trapped like little time capsules, holding dinosaur blood in their tiny bodies. The scientists thought, if we can take the blood from the mosquito, we can find the dinosaur DNA. And that's what they did. But the DNA wasn't complete. It was broken in places. So the scientists filled the missing pieces with DNA from frogs. That's how they brought dinosaurs back. They made baby dinosaurs in labs, hatched them from eggs, and then raised them in Jurassic Park. For the first time in millions of years, dinosaurs were alive again. It was like a miracle. But dinosaurs are not like zoo animals. They are wild, dangerous, and unpredictable. Hammond thought they could be controlled with electric fences, computers, and guards. He thought if they made the dinosaurs follow certain rules, like only making female dinosaurs so they couldn't reproduce, everything would be fine. But nature has a way of surprising people. The dinosaurs were not just big lizards to put in cages. They were powerful creatures, and they didn't like being trapped. Before the park even opened, Hammond invited some special guests to see it. He wanted them to say the park was safe so he could get permission to let people visit. Among those guests were Dr. Alan Grant, a man who loved digging up dinosaur bones, Dr. Ellie Sattler, who studied ancient plants, Dr. Ian Malcolm, a scientist who believed chaos and accidents always happen, and Hammond's own grandchildren, Lex and Tim. At first, everyone was amazed. They saw dinosaurs walking right in front of them. Dr. Grant was speechless when he saw a Brachiosaurus rear up on its hind legs to eat leaves. Tim and Lex were so excited to see living dinosaurs instead of reading about them in books. Hammond was proud, saying, "Welcome to Jurassic Park." But Dr. Ian Malcolm wasn't so sure. He said, "Life finds a way." He believed that even though Hammond tried to control everything, the dinosaurs would find their own path. And he was right. Soon, things went very wrong. A man who worked for the park tried to steal dinosaur embryos to sell them to another company. To escape, he turned off the power, which shut down the electric fences. And when the fences went down, the dinosaurs were free. The mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex escaped, roaring loudly and shaking the ground. The kids were trapped in a car while the T-Rex pushed it around with its huge teeth. The people ran, screamed, and hid, hoping not to be eaten. Then came the raptors. Velociraptors were smaller than the T-Rex but even smarter. They could open doors, work together, and sneak up quietly before attacking. They hunted the people inside the visitor center, moving like shadows in the kitchen where Lex and Tim were hiding. The raptors were terrifying, not just because of their sharp claws, but because they seemed to think like humans. In the end, the humans barely escaped. The T-Rex fought the raptors, saving the people without even meaning to. Hammond realized his dream had failed. Jurassic Park was too dangerous. The survivors left the island, leaving the dinosaurs behind to roam free. Hammond said he wanted to protect them now, not control them. That was the beginning of the story. Jurassic Park showed the world that dinosaurs were powerful, beautiful, but also deadly. And even though Hammond's park never opened to the public, the idea of seeing real dinosaurs never went away. Other people wanted to try again, to build something safer, bigger, and even more exciting. But dinosaurs don't follow rules. And the story was far from over. After the disaster on the first island, most people thought dinosaurs would stay a secret forever. John Hammond's dream had failed, and everyone believed Jurassic Park was finished. But what they didn't know was that there was another island. It wasn't just one place where dinosaurs lived, there were two. The first island was called Isla Nublar, where the park had been built. But there was also Isla Sorna, which people called Site B. That was where the dinosaurs were created and raised before being moved to the park. When the first park closed, Isla Sorna was left alone. And when the humans went away, the dinosaurs stayed. They grew, they multiplied, and they made the whole island their home. 4 years later, Hammond wanted to protect the dinosaurs. He was older now, weaker, and he realized that dinosaurs weren't toys for people to play with. They deserved to live free, just like animals in the wild. But Hammond's nephew, Peter Ludlow, thought differently. Ludlow wanted to capture the dinosaurs and bring them to the city, to make money with a brand new park in San Diego. He thought he could succeed where Hammond had failed. To stop him, Hammond sent another team to Isla Sorna. This time, the leader was Dr. Ian Malcolm, the same scientist who had survived the first Jurassic Park. At first, Malcolm didn't want to go back. He had seen how dangerous dinosaurs were, and he wanted nothing to do with them. But his girlfriend, Sarah Harding, was already on the island studying the animals, and his young daughter, Kelly, secretly stowed away to join him. Malcolm had no choice. He had to protect his family. When they reached the island, they saw something incredible. Dinosaurs were living like they had millions of years ago, walking in herds across the fields, swimming in rivers, and nesting in the cliffs. There were stegosauruses with spiky tails, parasaurolophuses with long crests, and even tiny Compsognathus, little chicken-sized dinosaurs that hunted in packs. It was like a lost world, full of life and danger. But they weren't the only ones there. Ludlow's team had arrived too, and they brought trucks, weapons, and cages. Their plan was to capture dinosaurs and take them back. They even trapped a baby T-Rex to lure its mother and father. But when the scientists tried to stop them, everything turned into chaos. The baby T-Rex was injured, and Sarah and Malcolm tried to help it. But the parents didn't understand. The T-Rex mother and father tracked their baby down, and when they found the humans, they were furious. The giant T-Rexes attacked the camps, destroying trucks and sending people running into the jungle. Just like before, fences and machines couldn't control nature. Dinosaurs ruled the island, not humans. Velociraptors appeared again, just as clever and dangerous as ever, chasing people through the tall grass and trapping them one by one. The island became a place of survival, where only the smartest could make it out alive. But the worst part was yet to come. Ludlow's team managed to capture the adult T-Rex and its baby, and put them on a ship to San Diego. They thought if they couldn't control dinosaurs on the island, they could at least make money with them in the city. But they forgot one very important rule. Dinosaurs don't belong in human places. When the ship reached the harbor, something terrible happened. The T-Rex broke free. It stomped through the streets of San Diego, roaring between buildings, knocking over cars, and terrifying the people. Imagine opening your window at night and seeing a real-life dinosaur outside. The city wasn't ready for something like that. It was like a monster movie, except it was real. In the end, Malcolm and Sarah tricked the T-Rex into following its baby back into a cage. They managed to return both dinosaurs to Isla Sorna, where they belonged. The world finally saw that dinosaurs were too dangerous to be captured, too strong to be controlled, and too wild to live anywhere but in their own lost world. Hammond gave a message after everything was over. He said the dinosaurs should be left alone, that humans had made a mistake trying to bring them back just to profit from them. Isla Sorna should remain their sanctuary, a safe place where they could live without interference. Life will find a way, he reminded everyone once more. But even though Hammond's words were wise, not everyone listened. The dinosaurs were still out there, growing, spreading, and waiting. And once again, humans couldn't resist the temptation of playing with nature. Years passed after the adventure on Isla Sorna, and most people stayed far, far away from the dinosaur islands. They knew the creatures there were too dangerous to control, and it was safer to just leave them alone. But sometimes, people don't listen to warnings. Some thought the islands were exciting, or they wanted to make money, or they just didn't believe the dinosaurs were really there. And that's how another story began. This time, the main character was Dr. Alan Grant, the paleontologist who had visited the very first Jurassic Park. Dr. Grant still loved dinosaurs, but not the living ones. He preferred studying their bones, the ones that had been buried for millions of years. He didn't trust the cloned dinosaurs on the islands, and he promised himself he would never go back there. But of course, things didn't work out that way. One day, a rich couple named Paul and Amanda Kirby came to him. They said they wanted to hire him as a guide to fly over Isla Sorna in a plane. They promised they would stay safe, high in the sky, and never land. They just wanted to see the dinosaurs from above. Grant didn't like the idea, but they offered a lot of money, and he needed funding for his research. So he agreed. He brought along his friend Billy, who helped him with dinosaur studies. But the Kirbys weren't telling the truth. They weren't rich adventurers. They were just parents who had lost their son, Eric. Eric had gone parasailing near the island, and the boat crew had vanished mysteriously, leaving Eric trapped. He had drifted onto Isla Sorna, and the Kirbys were desperate to find him. They tricked Dr. Grant into helping them, hoping his knowledge could save their boy. When their plane flew over the island, it didn't take long before things went terribly wrong. They crash-landed, and almost immediately, they met a dinosaur bigger and scarier than the T-Rex, the Spinosaurus. This dinosaur was massive, with a long snout full of sharp teeth and a huge sail on its back. It could walk on land and swim in water, and it was very, very hungry. The Spinosaurus attacked the group, flipping their plane and chasing them through the jungle. Dr. Grant realized this dinosaur was unlike anything he had ever seen before. It was now the king of the island. But the T-Rex was still there too, and the two giant predators fought in a fierce battle. The Spinosaurus snapped the T-Rex's neck, proving it was even stronger. From then on, the humans knew the Spinosaurus was the greatest danger on Isla Sorna. The group had no choice but to search the island for Eric, all while avoiding not just the Spinosaurus but also packs of Velociraptors. The raptors were even smarter than before. They hunted in groups, communicated with each other, and seemed almost like they were thinking together. One of them even dropped a fake call, luring the humans into a trap. Dr. Grant, who had always studied raptors, was amazed and horrified at how clever they were. During their journey, Billy made a mistake. He took some raptor eggs, thinking he could use them for research later. But stealing from raptors is not a good idea. The raptors became furious and started chasing the group non-stop, determined to get their eggs back. Billy later sacrificed himself to save Eric and Grant, showing he cared more about people than the eggs. Though in the end, Billy survived, but nobody knew that at first. Meanwhile, Eric proved to be very resourceful. Even though he was just a kid, he survived on the island for weeks by hiding in an old supply truck and using smoke bombs to scare off small dinosaurs. When Dr. Grant finally found him, Eric wasn't just relieved, he was proud. He had outsmarted dinosaurs all by himself. The final escape was intense. The group reached the river, where the Spinosaurus attacked them again, smashing their boat and nearly eating them. They managed to fight it off with fire and fuel, scaring it away long enough to survive. But the raptors weren't done yet. They cornered the group one last time, demanding their eggs back. Dr. Grant used a raptor call whistle to trick them, and when the eggs were returned, the raptors finally left. In the end, the survivors were rescued by the Navy, who had been called for help. The Kirbys were reunited with their son, and Dr. Grant returned safely, though more certain than ever that dinosaurs were too dangerous for humans to control. This adventure showed once again that Isla Sorna was no place for people. It was a land ruled by creatures from the past. Giant predators, clever hunters, and ancient beasts that didn't care about human rules. The dinosaurs had their world, and humans had theirs. But it was getting harder and harder to keep them separate. Because even though these adventures ended with escape, the truth was out. The world now knew dinosaurs were alive. And sooner or later, someone would try to make them part of the human world again. Many years after Dr. Grant's adventure on Isla Sorna, the dream of a dinosaur park was reborn. John Hammond had passed away, but other people decided to try again. They thought they could do better than him, with stronger fences, smarter technology, and more control. This time, the park wasn't just an idea, it was real. And it was open to the public. The park was called Jurassic World, and it was built on Isla Nublar, the very same island where Hammond had once tried and failed. But this time, the park worked, at least for a while. Families could buy tickets, ride monorails, and stay in hotels, all while looking at living dinosaurs. There were huge arenas where mosasaurs, giant sea reptiles, leapt out of the water to grab sharks. There were gyrospheres, round glass balls that visitors could roll around in to see herds of peaceful dinosaurs up close. Kids could even ride baby triceratops like ponies. It was everything Hammond had dreamed of, but bigger, shinier, and packed with tourists. Jurassic World became one of the most popular places on Earth. Dinosaurs were no longer just dangerous creatures on a hidden island. They were attractions, like roller coasters and theme park rides. But the people running Jurassic World had a problem. At first, everyone was amazed just to see dinosaurs. But after a few years, people got used to them. Tourists wanted something new, something scarier, something they had never seen before. Dinosaurs like the T-Rex were impressive, but they weren't enough to keep people coming back. The park owners wanted to make something bigger, stronger, and more exciting. So the scientists decided to create a brand new dinosaur. They mixed DNA from different animals to make something unique. They called it the Indominus Rex. It was part T-Rex, part raptor, and part other creatures. It could grow bigger than any dinosaur before, change its skin color to hide, and even trick heat sensors. The scientists thought they had made the ultimate attraction. But really, they had made a monster. Meanwhile, two brothers, Zach and Gray, came to visit the park. Their aunt, Claire, worked as the park manager, so she gave them VIP passes to explore. Claire was very busy running Jurassic World and didn't have much time for them, but she promised they would have fun. The boys were excited, riding rides and watching dinosaurs, never guessing that danger was about to break loose. At the same time, a man named Owen Grady was training Velociraptors. He wasn't trying to tame them like pets, but he was teaching them to listen to his commands. The raptors, Blue, Charlie, Delta, and Echo, saw him as part of their pack. Owen respected the raptors, but he knew they were still dangerous. He warned the park managers that the Indominus Rex was a bad idea, but they didn't listen. Then came the disaster. The Indominus Rex tricked its keepers and escaped from its cage. It was bigger, smarter, and more deadly than they had imagined. It went on a rampage, killing other dinosaurs, smashing through fences, and hunting humans for fun, not just for food. The entire park was thrown into chaos. Claire, Owen, Zach, and Gray had to survive as the Indominus hunted across the island. The boys escaped into the jungle, hiding from dinosaurs that attacked their gyrosphere. Owen and Claire teamed up, trying to protect them while also stopping the Indominus before it destroyed everything. Things got worse when the park's guards tried to use Owen's raptors to fight the Indominus. But the Indominus was part raptor itself, and the raptors began to follow it instead of Owen. Suddenly, the hunters became the hunted. In the final showdown, Owen called on Blue, his most loyal raptor, to help. Blue remembered their bond and turned against the Indominus. The raptors fought bravely, but the Indominus was too strong. Just when it seemed unstoppable, Claire had an idea. She released the park's original T-Rex, the same one from Hammond's first Jurassic Park. The T Rex charged into battle, roaring loudly, and fought the Indominus in a massive clash. The fight was fierce. The Indominus had the strength of many creatures, but the T-Rex had experience. At the last moment, the Mosasaurus leapt from the water, dragging the Indominus into the lagoon, where it disappeared forever. The survivors escaped the island, and Jurassic World was abandoned. Once again, humans had learned that dinosaurs could not be controlled, no matter how much money, fences, or science was used. But this time, the dinosaurs were more than just survivors. They had been bred for new abilities, and some people still wanted to use them, not for parks but for war, weapons, and power. And so, while Jurassic World had closed, the story of dinosaurs in the modern world was far from over. After Jurassic World closed, Isla Nublar was left in ruins. The rides were broken, the fences were destroyed, and no humans lived there anymore. But the dinosaurs were still alive. They roamed freely across the island, living as if it was their world again. For a while, things seemed calm. The dinosaurs hunted, nested, and grew without humans interfering. But then something terrible happened. The volcano on Isla Nublar, which had been quiet for years, began to wake up. Smoke and lava started pouring out, and scientists realized the whole island would soon explode. If nothing was done, the dinosaurs would be wiped out, again. This caused a big debate. Some people said the dinosaurs should be saved because they were living creatures, and it would be wrong to let them die. Others argued that they should never have been brought back in the first place, and maybe nature was correcting humanity's mistake. It was a hard question. Should humans save dinosaurs, or should they let them go extinct once more? Claire, who used to run Jurassic World, had changed. She no longer cared about the money or the fame of the park. Now, she wanted to protect the dinosaurs. She created a rescue group and begged the government to help, but the government refused. Then, she got a call from Benjamin Lockwood, an old man who had once been John Hammond's partner. Lockwood said he wanted to save the dinosaurs and bring them to a safe island sanctuary. He invited Claire to help, and she agreed. Claire also called Owen, the raptor trainer, to join her. At first, Owen didn't want to go. But he still cared about Blue, his loyal raptor, who was living alone on the island. So, in the end, he agreed to help. Together, Claire, Owen, and their team traveled back to Isla Nublar. When they arrived, the island was a nightmare. Lava poured down the hills, smoke filled the air, and dinosaurs ran in panic. Triceratops stampeded, pteranodons flew across the fiery skies, and the T-Rex roared as the ground shook. Owen found Blue, but before he could rescue her, a group of hunters captured her. That's when Claire and Owen realized they had been tricked. Lockwood's assistant, Eli Mills, wasn't saving the dinosaurs at all. He was planning to sell them to the highest bidder. He wanted to make money by auctioning dinosaurs as weapons for armies around the world. And Blue was the most valuable of all because she was intelligent and could be trained. Worse, Mills had hired scientists to create another hybrid dinosaur, even scarier than the Indominus Rex. This one was called the Indoraptor. It was part Indominus, part raptor, and built for hunting. Black and sleek, with glowing eyes, sharp claws, and a terrifying scream, the Indoraptor was made to obey commands. But like all the others before it, it couldn't be controlled. Meanwhile, Claire and Owen managed to survive the volcano's explosion and escape the island on a ship filled with captured dinosaurs. They were taken to Lockwood's mansion, where the secret auction was being held. Rich buyers from all over the world gathered to purchase dinosaurs for millions of dollars. Some wanted them for zoos, some for trophies, and others for war. While sneaking through the mansion, Owen and Claire met Maisie, Lockwood's young granddaughter. Maisie loved dinosaurs and believed, like Claire, that they deserved to live. But Maisie was hiding a big secret too. She wasn't just Lockwood's granddaughter, she was a clone, a human created the same way the dinosaurs were. That made her wonder if she was really different from them at all. During the auction, the Indoraptor was shown off. Even in its cage, it was terrifying. Owen and Claire tried to stop the sale, but chaos broke out when the Indoraptor escaped. It stalked people through the mansion's dark halls, leapt across rooftops, and hunted like a monster in a nightmare. At one point, it even climbed onto Maisie's bed, ready to attack her like a shadowy beast from a scary story. But with Blue's help, Owen fought the Indoraptor, and together they defeated it by tricking it into falling onto a deadly spike. In the end, Mills was caught trying to steal a piece of the Indominus Rex's skeleton, but the T-Rex crushed him before he could escape. Justice was served, but the victory came with a price. A gas leak in the mansion threatened to kill all the captured dinosaurs. Claire wanted to save them, but opening the gates meant releasing dinosaurs into the human world forever. At first, she hesitated, knowing how dangerous that could be. But Maisie made the choice for everyone. She pressed the button, saying, "They're alive, like me." And so, for the first time, dinosaurs were no longer trapped on an island. They were free in the human world. The T-Rex roared at a zoo lion, pteranodons flew over cities, and Blue ran across the wild, no longer contained. The age of humans and dinosaurs living together had begun. After Maisie freed the dinosaurs from the mansion, the world was never the same again. For the first time in history, dinosaurs and humans had to live side by side. At first, people were amazed. They saw pteranodons flying across the skies, little compys running in their backyards, and huge brachiosauruses walking through forests. But soon, amazement turned to fear. Dinosaurs didn't follow human rules. They wandered into cities, ate farm animals, and sometimes attacked people. Governments tried to capture them, but it was impossible to keep track of every dinosaur. The world had entered a new age, the age of humans and dinosaurs sharing the earth. But that wasn't the only problem. A company called Biosyn Genetics stepped in, claiming they could help control the dinosaurs. They built a giant sanctuary in the mountains where dinosaurs could live safely. But Biosyn wasn't just interested in helping. They wanted power. They experimented on dinosaurs, studied their DNA, and created new creatures for their own purposes. Meanwhile, Owen and Claire were living quietly, trying to raise Maisie like a normal girl. But Maisie wasn't normal. She was a clone, and Biosyn wanted her for experiments because her DNA held secrets no one else had. They also wanted Blue's baby raptor, Beta, who had been born without any human help. That made Beta extremely valuable. One day, poachers captured both Maisie and Beta and took them to Biosyn. Owen and Claire knew they had to rescue them, no matter what. At the same time, the original heroes from Jurassic Park, Dr. Alan Grant, Dr. Ellie Sattler, and Dr. Ian Malcolm, returned. Ellie discovered that Biosyn had created giant mutant locusts that were eating crops all over the world. The locusts weren't touching plants grown with Biosyn seeds, which meant the company was trying to take control of the world's food supply. To stop them, Ellie teamed up with Alan, and together they went to Biosyn's sanctuary. There, they met Ian Malcolm, who was secretly helping from the inside. Soon, both groups, the Jurassic World team, Owen, Claire, Maisie, and the Jurassic Park team, Alan, Ellie, Ian, came together in the Biosyn facility. But dinosaurs filled the sanctuary. There were giant Therizinosaurus with long, slicing claws, fierce Giganotosaurus, bigger than even the T-Rex, and many other species. The sanctuary was beautiful, but also extremely dangerous. Maisie learned the truth about herself. She wasn't just a clone. Her mother, Charlotte Lockwood, had made her using her own DNA, which meant Maisie was her daughter in every way. Charlotte had even cured Maisie of a deadly illness by fixing her DNA. This made Maisie special, not just because she was cloned, but because she represented hope for science to heal as well as harm. But danger struck when Biosyn's locust experiments got out of control. The locusts swarmed, catching fire and spreading chaos through the facility. The sanctuary became a burning battlefield, with dinosaurs and humans running to survive. The climax came when the heroes faced the Giganotosaurus, a predator even larger than the T-Rex. Just when things seemed hopeless, the T-Rex appeared to challenge its new rival. At first, it looked like the Giganotosaurus would win, but with the help of the Therizinosaurus, the T-Rex managed to defeat it in an epic fight. The old queen of Isla Nublar proved she was still powerful. In the end, the heroes escaped the burning sanctuary. Biosyn was exposed for its crimes, and the world began to accept that dinosaurs were here to stay. Maisie found a family with Owen and Claire, while Alan and Ellie rekindled their friendship and romance. Ian, as always, reminded everyone that humans must be humble when dealing with nature. The story closed with humans and dinosaurs learning to share the planet. A T-Rex walked calmly near elephants. Pteranodons flew with birds. Velociraptors hunted in snowy forests. And Blue was finally reunited with her baby, Beta. The message was clear. Dinosaurs were no longer just a park attraction or an experiment. They were part of the world again, and humans had to learn to live with them, just as nature had always intended. Part 7. The Dinosaurs of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. When people think of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, the first thing they imagine is the dinosaurs. These amazing creatures are the stars of the story. Some are gentle giants, while others are dangerous hunters. Let's explore a few of the most famous ones. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, or T-Rex, is the queen of the dinosaurs. She has appeared in every movie, and she's often the hero when things look hopeless. With huge jaws full of sharp teeth and a roar that shakes the ground, the T-Rex is both terrifying and incredible. But she's not just a monster. Sometimes she saves the humans by accident, fighting off other predators. Then there are the Velociraptors. They're smaller than the T-Rex but much smarter. They hunt in packs, use teamwork, and even open doors. In the Jurassic World movies, the raptors become more like characters, especially Blue. Blue is loyal to Owen and shows that even dangerous dinosaurs can form bonds. The Brachiosaurus is one of the most magical dinosaurs. With its long neck reaching the tops of trees, it represents the wonder of seeing creatures from the past. When people first see the Brachiosaurus, they feel amazed instead of scared. It reminds everyone that dinosaurs aren't just scary, they're also beautiful. The Triceratops is another favorite, with its 3 horns and big frill. It looks powerful, but in the movies, it's often calm, eating plants and letting kids pet the babies. Of course, there are also sea creatures like the Mosasaurus, a giant predator that lives in the water. It leaps out to grab sharks and even helps defeat the Indominus Rex. And let's not forget the new hybrids, like the Indominus Rex and Indoraptor. These weren't real dinosaurs but inventions made from mixing DNA. They were bigger, smarter, and scarier than natural dinosaurs, but they also showed why humans should not play with nature. Every dinosaur in the story plays a role, reminding us that the past is alive again. Some make us feel awe, others fear, and some even friendship. Together, they show the amazing variety of life that once ruled the earth. Part 8. The Science of Bringing Dinosaurs Back. The whole story of Jurassic Park begins with a question. How can you bring dinosaurs back when they've been extinct for millions of years? The scientists' answer was DNA. DNA is like the recipe for life. It's what makes you look like your parents and gives animals their unique traits. The Jurassic scientists found dinosaur DNA inside mosquitoes trapped in amber. These mosquitoes had bitten dinosaurs millions of years ago, and their blood was still preserved inside. But the DNA wasn't perfect. It was broken and incomplete. So, the scientists filled the missing pieces with DNA from frogs and other animals. That's how they made their dinosaurs. The science in Jurassic Park is partly true and partly fantasy. In real life, scientists can find DNA in fossils, but it's almost always too damaged to bring back an entire animal, especially one as old as a dinosaur. But the idea was exciting enough to inspire the story. The cloning process in the movies shows both the wonders and dangers of science. On one hand, humans learned to create life that was thought lost forever. On the other hand, they discovered that just because something is possible doesn't mean it should be done. That's the big lesson of the cloning science. Humans must be careful with power. Nature is full of balance, and if we upset it, the results can be dangerous. Part 9. The Lessons of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. The Jurassic stories aren't just about dinosaurs, they're about what dinosaurs teach us. The first lesson is that nature cannot be controlled. Every time humans tried to build fences, make new creatures, or use dinosaurs as weapons, nature pushed back. As Dr. Ian Malcolm said many times, life finds a way. The second lesson is about respect for animals. Dinosaurs in the movies are not evil, they are just animals trying to survive. When they attack, it's because they're scared, hungry, or defending their territory. The humans who respected the dinosaurs, like Alan Grant, Owen Grady, and even Maisie, survived better than the ones who only saw them as tools or profits. The third lesson is about responsibility. Humans created dinosaurs, so they had a duty to care for them. Sometimes the characters argued, should dinosaurs be saved or left to die? That's a hard question with no easy answer. But the movies remind us that when humans create something, they must take responsibility for it. And finally, the last lesson is about balance. Dinosaurs and humans may now share the same world, but they must learn to live together. That means respect, caution, and understanding. Part 10. The Future of Dinosaurs in Our World. At the end of Jurassic World, Dominion, dinosaurs are no longer trapped on islands. They live in the same world as humans. That makes us wonder, what would the future look like? Some dinosaurs might adapt to live peacefully. Herbivores like Brachiosaurus could wander in forests, eating leaves, while Triceratops might graze in fields like cows. Pteranodons could fly in the skies with birds. But predators like raptors or the T-Rex would be harder to live with. They need space, food, and safety, and humans would always feel nervous knowing they were nearby. Zoos, sanctuaries, and special areas might be needed to keep balance. Scientists might study dinosaurs not to clone them again but to understand them, to learn how they survived so long and what they can teach us about evolution. The future would not be easy, but it would be full of wonder. Imagine waking up one day to see a dinosaur walking outside your window. Scary. Yes. Amazing. Definitely. The story of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World reminds us that even though the past is gone, it can still shape our future. Dinosaurs may no longer be myths, they are part of our world now, and it's up to us to decide how to live with them. Part 11. The story of InGen and how Jurassic Park began. When people talk about Jurassic Park, they often think of dinosaurs first. But behind every dinosaur in the story, there was a company called InGen. InGen, short for International Genetic Technologies, was the group that made Jurassic Park possible. Without them, there would have been no cloned dinosaurs, no islands full of prehistoric life, and no disasters either. At the heart of InGen was John Hammond. Hammond was a dreamer. He wasn't a typical greedy businessman, though he did want to make money. He also truly believed in his vision. He wanted families, children, and scientists to be able to see living dinosaurs, not just bones in a museum. He thought it would inspire wonder in people and make the world feel magical again. But Hammond couldn't do this alone. InGen needed scientists, machines, and technology. That's where men like Dr. Henry Wu came in. Wu was the chief geneticist, the one who figured out how to use dinosaur DNA to bring the creatures back. He was very smart, but he was also proud of his work and didn't always think about the dangers. To him, the dinosaurs were just products that could be improved like cars or phones. The first big project was Isla Sorna, also called Site B. That's where InGen raised baby dinosaurs, tested cloning, and prepared the animals before sending them to Isla Nublar, where the actual park was being built. Site B was like a hidden factory, while Isla Nublar was supposed to be the showroom where guests would come and pay to see the finished attractions. InGen's plan was massive. Isla Nublar wasn't just a zoo, it was a full theme park. They built hotels, restaurants, monorails, and even gift shops. They wanted Jurassic Park to compete with Disneyland and other tourist destinations. But unlike roller coasters, these rides had real teeth. Here's something many kids don't know. InGen didn't just want a park. They also wanted to control the future of animals. If they could bring back dinosaurs, they could also clone endangered species, make special animals for medicine, or even design new creatures. But money and control were always at the center. Of course, not everyone at InGen agreed. Some workers thought Hammond was reckless. Others were greedy, like Dennis Nedry, who tried to steal embryos to sell to InGen's rival company, Biosyn. And that betrayal was what caused the disaster in the first movie. The power was shut down, the fences failed, and the dinosaurs escaped. After Jurassic Park collapsed, InGen didn't just vanish. The company kept struggling, and other people tried to use its discoveries. For example, Peter Ludlow, Hammond's nephew, wanted to restart Jurassic Park in San Diego. But his greed led to the disaster with the T-Rex in the city. Later, InGen was bought by Masrani Global, a bigger company that had even more money and power. Under Masrani, InGen scientists, like Henry Wu, were given a second chance, which eventually created Jurassic World. But the most interesting part of InGen's story is how it shows the difference between dreams and reality. Hammond dreamed of wonder, but InGen turned that dream into something for profit. Wu dreamed of perfecting science, but InGen used his work to build attractions. And in the end, every time humans tried to control nature for their own benefit, nature reminded them who was really in charge. InGen's history is a warning. Just because something can be done doesn't mean it should be. They gave life to creatures long gone, but they didn't stop to think what those creatures might do in a world that wasn't theirs anymore. And that mistake shaped everything that came after. The rise of Biosyn, the hybrids, and even the dinosaurs roaming our world today. Part 12, Biosyn, the rival and its secrets. While InGen was busy creating Jurassic Park, another company was quietly growing in the shadows. Its name was Biosyn, and it became the greatest rival to InGen. If InGen was about dreams, Biosyn was about power. While InGen wanted to bring dinosaurs back for wonder and science, Biosyn wanted to use them for money, control, and even weapons. Biosyn was started by a brilliant but cunning man named Louis Dodgson. Dodgson had one goal: get his hands on dinosaur DNA, especially the embryos created by InGen. He didn't care about safety or ethics. He only cared about profits. This is the same Dodgson who paid Dennis Nedry to steal embryos in the first Jurassic Park. That small act caused chaos, but Biosyn didn't stop there. After Jurassic Park failed, Biosyn secretly continued its experiments. They wanted to create dinosaurs that were stronger, smarter, and more dangerous than nature had made. They studied the DNA of hybrids like the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor, planning to make creatures that could be controlled and sold. They even experimented with gene splicing, the mixing of DNA from different species, to produce monsters that never existed before. But Biosyn didn't just want dinosaurs. They also experimented on insects, plants, and even humans. In Jurassic World, Dominion, the company created huge locust swarms using genetic technology. These locusts could eat crops, giving Biosyn control over the world's food supply. Imagine a tiny insect capable of destroying entire fields because humans had meddled with nature. One of Biosyn's most important goals was the cloning of humans. This is where Maisie comes into the story. Maisie Lockwood, the young girl who becomes a central character, is actually a human clone. Biosyn wanted her DNA for research, to see if humans could be perfected or altered like dinosaurs. This made Maisie extremely valuable and dangerous in Biosyn's eyes. Biosyn's facility on Isla Nublar and later on the mainland was like a secret laboratory straight out of a spy movie. It had cages for dinosaurs, labs for experiments, and even auction rooms for selling creatures to the highest bidder. But as always in the Jurassic World, greed led to disaster. Their experiments often escaped containment, killing or scaring humans, and reminding everyone that nature cannot be fully controlled. One of the most fascinating facts about Biosyn is how it contrasts with InGen. InGen started with wonder in mind, and even though their greed caused problems, their original goal was magical: to let humans see dinosaurs. Biosyn, on the other hand, was all about power and profit, showing what could happen when humans try to exploit nature without care. It's a perfect example of a dark version of the Jurassic story. Biosyn also played a key role in creating new dinosaur hybrids. For example, the Indoraptor wasn't just an InGen experiment. It was secretly based on DNA that Biosyn had studied and perfected. They wanted it to be obedient, but as always, dinosaurs didn't follow human rules. The Indoraptor escaped, showing that even a controlled creature could become a deadly predator if its instincts were stronger than the human's plans. Another interesting point is that Biosyn's technology could reach beyond dinosaurs. They could clone extinct animals, change genes, or even try to create superanimals. But every time they experimented, nature pushed back. Volcanoes, weather, or just the dinosaurs themselves caused chaos, proving that even the smartest humans cannot fully control life. Despite all their power, Biosyn eventually failed because humans underestimated nature. Owen, Claire, Maisie, and the original Jurassic Park heroes were able to outsmart them. Even the most dangerous hybrids, Indominus, Indoraptor, and other creations, could not be completely controlled. Biosyn's ambition to dominate the planet with genetic technology was stopped by courage, cleverness, and sometimes just luck. The story of Biosyn is a reminder that curiosity, greed, and science without ethics can be dangerous. They didn't just threaten humans, they threatened the dinosaurs too. Biosyn wanted to make monsters, but they forgot that dinosaurs are creatures of instinct. Even the most brilliant scientist cannot predict every choice a living animal will make. By the time of Jurassic World, Dominion, Biosyn had been exposed to the world, but many people still wondered, are their experiments really over? Could they start again in secret? That's part of the reason the Jurassic lore feels endless. Dinosaurs are back, humans are learning to live with them, and companies like Biosyn remind us that some people will never stop trying to control life for their own gain. So, in short, Biosyn is the dark shadow behind the Jurassic story. They show what happens when humans forget respect for nature, when profit becomes more important than life, and when curiosity turns into ambition. They are just as dangerous as any dinosaur, sometimes even more so, because they plan and think. And in the Jurassic world, planning is no match for living creatures who already have instincts older than any human civilization. Part 13, The Islands of Jurassic Park and How Dinosaurs Live. In the world of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, the islands themselves are as important as the dinosaurs. There are two main islands that everyone talks about, Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna, also called Site B. Each island has its own history, secrets and dangers, and the way dinosaurs live there teaches us a lot about their behavior, instincts, and survival skills. Let's start with Isla Sorna, the original dinosaur nursery. Before Jurassic Park was ever built on Isla Nublar, InGen used Isla Sorna to create and raise dinosaurs. This island was hidden from the public and from satellites, surrounded by cliffs and thick jungle. Scientists used it as a testing ground. Baby dinosaurs hatched here, learned to hunt, and grew into adults. Unlike in Jurassic Park, Isla Sorna wasn't a park, it was a real habitat. The dinosaurs were free to roam, and only the InGen scientists and workers visited. Because the dinosaurs lived in a semi-natural environment, they had to adapt to survive. Some dinosaurs, like herbivores such as Brachiosaurus and Triceratops, learned to find the best leaves, fruits, and plants to eat. They moved in herds to protect themselves from predators. Other dinosaurs, like Velociraptors, had to develop hunting skills. They learned to stalk, sneak, and communicate with each other to catch prey. In the movies, we see how raptors work as a team, almost like humans hunting together. One fact that's fascinating is that dinosaurs on Isla Sorna didn't have humans controlling their food. They had to survive like dinosaurs from the past, hunting or grazing as needed. This made them smarter, more dangerous, and more aware of their surroundings. When humans came back to the island, the dinosaurs could easily outsmart them. That's why every adventure on Isla Sorna involved humans barely surviving. They were visitors in a world where they weren't the top predators anymore. Isla Nublar was different. It was built to be a controlled park. Electric fences, enclosures, and surveillance systems were meant to keep the dinosaurs safe for humans and vice versa. But Isla Nublar had problems too. Dinosaurs were born with instincts that humans couldn't control. Even when the park staff tried to design safe habitats, dinosaurs like the T-Rex, Velociraptors, and hybrids like Indominus Rex found ways to escape. The park's artificial environment couldn't stop millions of years of evolution and hunting instincts. The volcano on Isla Nublar was another danger. Volcanoes are unpredictable, and in Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, the eruption forced humans to make life-or-death choices. Dinosaurs had survived extinction millions of years ago, only to face a new threat from nature itself. It shows that even in a controlled park, the natural world always has the final say. Dinosaurs on the islands also adapted in interesting ways. Smaller dinosaurs, like Compsognathus, learned to hide and hunt in packs. They could use the jungle and small spaces to surprise prey or humans. Larger dinosaurs, like Brachiosaurus or Ankylosaurus, adapted their behaviors to avoid predators, even though humans were sometimes the bigger danger. And predators like Velociraptors became highly intelligent, learning from each encounter with humans, other dinosaurs, and environmental challenges. The islands also show how dinosaurs interact with each other. In Jurassic World, we see that T-Rex doesn't always eat other dinosaurs unless hungry. It's territorial and can protect weaker species if needed. Raptors hunt in packs, but only when they work together. Hybrids like Indominus Rex or Indoraptor show that new DNA combinations can create creatures with instincts from multiple species, sometimes making them unpredictable or dangerous in ways scientists never imagined. Another interesting fact about the islands is the ecological impact. The movies hint that if dinosaurs were permanently released into the wild, they could change ecosystems. Predators could hunt modern animals, herbivores could eat crops, and flying dinosaurs could compete with birds. Isla and Nublar serve as experiments showing what might happen if prehistoric creatures lived among humans. That's why the events of Jurassic World, Dominion were so dramatic. Dinosaurs were no longer on islands, they were now part of our planet. The islands also hold secrets in the story. Isla had hidden labs, abandoned nests, and experiments gone wrong. Scientists who visited sometimes found fossils and DNA samples from experiments that never made it to the parks. Isla Nublar, on the other hand, was filled with visible remnants of Jurassic World. Broken fences, ruined rides, and enclosures full of hybrids that humans had tried to contain. Both islands tell stories not just of dinosaurs, but of human ambition, mistakes, and the consequences of trying to play God. Finally, the islands show us that dinosaurs are survivors. They adapted to changing environments, learned new hunting strategies, and outlived human attempts to control them. Even when humans tried to capture or sell them, dinosaurs found ways to escape or defend themselves. They remind us that life is resilient, clever, and sometimes unpredictable. The lessons of the islands are clear. Humans may build fences, labs, and parks, but dinosaurs, and nature itself, cannot be fully controlled. Survival depends on instincts, intelligence, and sometimes a little luck. The islands of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are living laboratories showing how creatures from millions of years ago can thrive today, even when humans interfere. In short, the islands aren't just backgrounds for exciting adventures, they're characters in their own right. Each cliff, jungle, and river shapes the story. And every dinosaur that walks across these islands reminds us that life, no matter how ancient, always finds a way. Part 14, Dinosaur Hybrids, Behavior, and Scientific Lessons. One of the most fascinating and terrifying parts of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World is the creation of dinosaur hybrids. These are dinosaurs that don't exist in real life. Scientists in the movies mixed DNA from different species to make creatures that were bigger, smarter, or more dangerous than nature ever intended. The hybrids teach us a lot about genetics, behavior, and why humans must respect the natural world. The first famous hybrid is the Indominus Rex, introduced in Jurassic World. Indominus was created by taking the DNA of a T-Rex and adding raptor DNA, plus genes from other animals, including cuttlefish for camouflage and tree frogs for heat detection tricks. Scientists wanted a dinosaur that would be exciting for visitors, bigger, scarier, and smarter than anything in Jurassic Park. But the Indominus had instincts no human could predict. It could hide from cameras, break through fences, and hunt both humans and other dinosaurs. The Indominus Rex shows one important lesson: combining DNA can create unpredictable results. Even though the scientists wanted control, they underestimated the dinosaur's intelligence. In the movies, it outsmarts humans at every turn. It reminds us that even the smartest experiments can go wrong if nature is involved. After the Indominus, scientists created the Indoraptor. This hybrid was part Indominus and part Velociraptor. It was smaller, faster, and designed to obey humans. It was basically a living weapon. But as we learned, even creatures engineered to follow orders have instincts. The Indoraptor turned against its creators, attacking the very people who tried to control it. Its cleverness and aggression show that life, especially life designed with nature's traits, cannot be fully tamed. Other hybrids exist in the Jurassic World universe, often hinted at in toys, video games, and extended media. There are hybrids like Stegoceratops, pteranodon hybrids, and even aquatic hybrids imagined by InGen or Biosyn. These creations highlight a major theme. When humans interfere too much, the results can be amazing but also dangerous. Beyond hybrids, the movies show us how dinosaurs behave in realistic ways. Even the hybrids follow some basic instincts. Predators hunt in packs, stalk their prey, and protect their territory. Herbivores travel in herds, watch for danger, and teach their young survival skills. These behaviors make the Jurassic World feel alive. Velociraptors are particularly fascinating. They are not just fast and sharp, they are intelligent. In both Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, raptors communicate with each other, plan attacks, and even learn from humans. Blue, Owen's raptor, demonstrates loyalty, problem-solving, and emotions. Raptors teach us that intelligence in animals isn't just about humans, it exists in ways we might not fully understand. T-Rex is another key example. It may seem like a simple predator, but it has strong instincts, territorial behavior, and even moments of decision-making that affect the story. In many movies, the T-Rex acts as both threat and protector, showing that animals can't be categorized as purely good or bad. They act on instinct and need. Hybrids and natural dinosaurs alike also show the consequences of tampering with nature. Scientists in the Jurassic universe often ignore lessons from the past. They mix DNA, create bigger and scarier creatures, and assume fences and machines will keep them safe. But time and again, the hybrids escape, causing chaos. The lesson is clear: nature cannot be fully controlled, no matter how advanced technology becomes. The hybrids also raise questions about ethics. Should humans create creatures that never existed? Is it right to use DNA for profit, weapons, or experiments? Jurassic Park and Jurassic World show that these choices come with consequences. Every hybrid was designed for humans, but every hybrid challenges humans, proving that life cannot be treated like a toy. In addition to behavior and ethics, the movies also teach about scientific curiosity and limits. Scientists like Henry Wu show brilliance, creativity, and skill, but their focus on results sometimes blinds them to danger. Life is complicated, and DNA can't be predicted like math problems. The hybrids are lessons in humility. Humans can create, but they cannot fully control, especially when using ancient genes that evolved over millions of years. Dinosaurs in the movies also show adaptation. They change hunting patterns, protect young, and respond to environmental threats. For instance, Velociraptors learn to open doors, Indominus Rex learns to hide from sensors, and T-Rex reacts to other predators' presence. This mirrors real-life animal behavior. Life always adapts to survive. Another fascinating detail is how hybrids interact with other dinosaurs. Indominus hunted smaller dinosaurs to prove dominance. Indoraptor attacked both humans and animals, showing aggressive survival instincts. Even in mixed populations, natural hierarchies appear. Predators dominate, herbivores defend, and clever creatures like raptors use intelligence to gain advantage. Finally, hybrids and dinosaurs teach teamwork and bonding. Owen and Blue show that trust and training can build a bond, even with a predator. Claire's care for Beta shows empathy toward baby dinosaurs. These relationships reveal that even wild creatures can connect with humans if approached with respect and understanding. In short, dinosaur hybrids are not just monsters, they are teachers. They reveal intelligence, instinct, adaptability, and the limits of human control. They show the dangers of greed, the wonders of science, and the lessons that life, whether ancient or engineered, always finds a way. The story of hybrids reminds us, dinosaurs may be extinct in the real world, but in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, they are alive, evolving, and full of lessons for humans. And as long as humans meddle with nature, there will always be new hybrids, new adventures, and new stories waiting to be discovered. Part 15: Hidden Lore, Untold Facts, and Secrets of the Jurassic Universe. The world of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World is full of exciting adventures, roaring dinosaurs, and daring escapes, but there's also a lot of hidden lore that fans might not notice at first. Behind every roar, every broken fence, and every hybrid, there are secrets about how the dinosaurs were created, how humans interacted with them, and what could happen in the future. Let's start with the origins of InGen and its experiments. While John Hammond is known as the visionary behind Jurassic Park, not everyone knows that he was inspired by the fossil discoveries of Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Ellie Sattler. Hammond wanted to bring history to life, but he didn't fully understand the dangers. InGen's team of scientists, including Henry Wu, experimented with DNA from mosquitoes trapped in amber. This DNA contained the genetic code of dinosaurs, preserved for millions of years. But scientists had to fill in missing pieces with other animals' DNA, such as frogs, lizards, and even fish. That's why some dinosaurs in the movies have surprising abilities, like camouflage, temperature control, or clever hunting tactics. Another hidden fact is about the Velociraptors. In the first Jurassic Park movie, Velociraptors are portrayed as fast, smart, and terrifying. But in real life, scientists now know that dinosaurs like Velociraptors probably had feathers. The movies ignore this to make them scarier, but it's fun to imagine feathered raptors leaping through the jungle. In the Jurassic World series, raptors like Blue show personalities, loyalty, and cleverness, behaviors that are partly inspired by the intelligence of modern birds, which are the closest living relatives of dinosaurs. Hybrids also have secrets. The Indominus Rex was engineered with DNA from cuttlefish to change its color and hide, and tree frogs to confuse heat sensors. This means the dinosaurs were not just big, they were cunning, almost like living puzzles. In Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, the Indoraptor was made to be obedient, but it still had instincts from its ancestors. This hidden truth shows that no matter how humans design life, nature always finds a way. The islands themselves have secrets too. Isla Sorna, or Site B, is full of abandoned labs, dinosaur nurseries, and hidden trails that humans rarely see. In The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3, visitors discovered dinosaur nests, fossils, and experiments left behind by InGen. These details hint at a larger world where humans only see a small piece of the dinosaur ecosystem. Isla Nublar, the park island, also hides secrets in its ruins. Broken rides, hidden cages, and hybrid enclosures that scientists never intended for visitors to see. Another secret is about the dinosaurs' survival instincts. Even in captivity, many dinosaurs behave like wild animals. For example, the T-Rex can detect weak points in fences, Velociraptors communicate silently, and hybrids like the Indoraptor can use their environment to hunt. These traits aren't explained directly in the movies, but fans who pay attention can see them in action. Every dinosaur has a personality and intelligence level that affects the story. The humans also have hidden lore. Characters like Claire, Owen, and Maisie carry lessons from past adventures. Owen trains raptors using trust, not fear, which is a key lesson about working with intelligent animals. Claire learns to value life over profit, especially after the events of Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom. Maisie, as a human clone, represents the unexpected consequences of cloning and raises questions about ethics and identity. Hidden in the background are scientists like Dr. Wu, who continue experimenting, hinting that human ambition is never fully satisfied. There are even secrets about the connection between dinosaurs and modern life. For example, the films show that dinosaurs affect ecosystems when released into the world. Flying pteranodons compete with birds, velociraptors hunt animals in forests, and herbivores like Brachiosaurus eat plants that humans rely on. These details teach us that introducing extinct species into a modern world has unpredictable consequences. Another fascinating hidden fact is about the lost hybrids and experiments. The movies don't always show every dinosaur that InGen or Biosyn created. There are hints in concept art, toys, and games that more hybrids exist, some with abilities like extreme speed, claws, or intelligence. These unseen dinosaurs add depth to the lore, suggesting a world where human creativity can create creatures that never existed, but where nature can always fight back. The lore also includes clues about the future. Jurassic World, Dominion shows humans and dinosaurs living together on the mainland. But the story hints at more adventures. Humans must learn to coexist with predators, hybrids could appear in new areas, and rogue scientists might try cloning again. Every corner of the Jurassic universe is connected, from InGen's labs to Biosyn's secret facilities, from Isla Nublar to cities around the world. One final secret is about the lessons the stories teach. Beyond thrilling chases and epic fights, Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are cautionary tales. They remind humans that curiosity is powerful, science is amazing, but respect for life is essential. The movies hint at history repeating itself. If humans keep trying to control nature, there will always be consequences. The hidden lore, the DNA experiments, the islands, the hybrids, reinforces that message again and again. In short, the hidden facts and lore of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World show a universe that is bigger than the movies. It's a world where dinosaurs are alive, humans make mistakes, and science can create both wonder and danger. There are secret experiments, untold hybrid creatures, and islands full of life, and every detail adds to the feeling that dinosaurs could really exist, just waiting to be discovered. The Jurassic universe is full of mystery, adventure, and lessons that go beyond the screen. From InGen to Biosyn, from hidden islands to the smartest hybrids, every story is connected. And the ultimate secret? Life, no matter how ancient or engineered, will always find a way. Part 16. Secrets of Dinosaur Behavior and Intelligence. Dinosaurs are more than just big monsters in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. They are creatures with their own thoughts, instincts, and surprising intelligence. The movies show some of this, but there are lots of hidden details about how dinosaurs think, learn, and interact that make them seem almost alive. Let's start with hunting behavior. Predators like Velociraptors, T-Rex, and hybrids don't just attack randomly. They think carefully. Raptors, for example, hunt in packs. They use teamwork to surround their prey, communicate with each other, and plan attacks. This shows that even prehistoric creatures had social intelligence, similar to wolves or lions today. Raptors like Blue also show emotions. They bond with humans, feel loyalty, and even make decisions that affect the outcome of a fight. The T-Rex is another example. It's huge, powerful, and feared by all other creatures. But it doesn't always attack immediately. In several movies, the T-Rex observes, calculates, and sometimes protects humans. This behavior shows that dinosaurs aren't mindless. They have instincts shaped by millions of years of evolution. Even the hybrids, which were artificially engineered, rely on instincts. Indominus Rex and Indoraptor think strategically. They hide, stalk, and plan. They don't just attack, they learn from their surroundings. Communication is another secret of dinosaur intelligence. Raptors have vocal calls to warn each other, signal danger, or coordinate attacks. Even hybrids can make different noises to communicate fear, anger, or dominance. This adds depth to their characters, making them seem almost like intelligent, living creatures rather than just monsters. Dinosaurs also show emotional behaviors. In Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Blue shows worry and protects her baby, Beta. Some herbivores, like Triceratops and Brachiosaurus, travel in groups to stay safe and alert each other to predators. These emotional and social behaviors make the dinosaurs relatable. They aren't evil, they are living beings following instincts to survive, protect, and thrive. Another fascinating secret is how hybrids learn from humans. Creatures like Indoraptor are trained to follow commands, but their DNA gives them the intelligence to think for themselves. They can mimic behaviors, respond to threats, and even deceive humans. This combination of instinct and artificial training makes hybrids unpredictable and extremely dangerous. It's a reminder that life, whether natural or engineered, can never be fully controlled. Parental behavior is another interesting detail. Some dinosaurs care for their young. Triceratops, for example, watches over babies and keeps them close. Raptors seem to have pack leaders that guide and protect younger members. Even the hybrids show a strange connection to offspring, as with Blue and Beta. These behaviors aren't often talked about in the movies, but they hint at complex social structures in prehistoric creatures. The islands themselves affect dinosaur behavior too. On Isla Sorna, where dinosaurs are mostly free, predators and prey have to adapt to survive. Herbivores develop escape strategies, predators learn hunting techniques, and dinosaurs interact with the environment in intelligent ways. On Isla Nublar, in the controlled park, dinosaurs sometimes act strangely because their instincts clash with fences, enclosures, and human interference. The differences between the two islands show how environment shapes behavior. Learning and memory are also hidden aspects of dinosaur intelligence. Raptors remember humans who are kind or dangerous. Hybrids learn from every encounter, adjusting their hunting strategies and avoiding traps. Rex can remember locations, humans, and even past fights. These behaviors suggest that dinosaurs in the Jurassic universe aren't just reacting, they are thinking, adapting, and planning. Finally, dinosaurs demonstrate curiosity and playfulness. Some small dinosaurs explore, investigate objects, or even play with each other. Blue sometimes interacts with Owen in ways that suggest trust and even fun, not just survival. These playful behaviors remind humans that dinosaurs are not purely dangerous. They are living, breathing animals with personalities and intelligence. In conclusion, the secret of dinosaur behavior in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World is that they are much more than monsters. They are intelligent, emotional, social, and adaptable creatures. Predators think and plan, herbivores protect and cooperate, and hybrids combine instincts with cleverness. These hidden details make the Jurassic universe feel alive and teach humans lessons about respect, empathy, and the unpredictability of life. Dinosaurs are not just entertainment, they are a window into a world millions of years old, showing us that life, no matter how extinct or engineered, is clever, resourceful, and always fascinating. And the more we study them, the more secrets we discover about how they think, survive, and live alongside humans in the Jurassic world. Part 17. Hidden Backstories of Key Characters and Scientists. The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies are filled with exciting dinosaurs and thrilling adventures, but the human characters behind the story are just as fascinating. Many of them have secret backstories, personal struggles, and hidden motivations that shape everything that happens on the islands. Understanding these stories gives us a deeper look at the Jurassic universe. Let's start with John Hammond, the creator of Jurassic Park. Hammond is often seen as a cheerful, grandfatherly figure, but there's more to his story. He was a visionary and a dreamer, obsessed with bringing dinosaurs back to life. He believed in creating wonder, letting people experience history firsthand. But Hammond's backstory shows that he was also ambitious and sometimes blind to danger. He didn't fully understand the risks of cloning, genetic engineering, or the sheer power of dinosaurs. His choices shaped InGen and set the stage for everything that followed. Dennis Nedry is another character with an interesting hidden story. In the first Jurassic Park, Nedry is the computer programmer who sabotages the park to steal embryos for biosyn. At first, he seems like a simple greedy villain, but there's more to it. Nedry was frustrated with his bosses at InGen. He felt underappreciated and overworked, which made him make risky choices. His story is a cautionary tale about how human flaws like greed, anger, and frustration can have catastrophic consequences when combined with advanced technology. Dr. Henry Wu, the lead geneticist, is one of the most important figures in the Jurassic timeline. In the original movies, Wu is a brilliant scientist who helps bring dinosaurs back to life. But his backstory reveals moral ambiguity. He's fascinated by genetics and the possibilities of cloning. Over time, he becomes more ambitious, participating in the creation of hybrids like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor. Wu represents the idea that science itself isn't good or evil, it's how humans use it that matters. His choices affect every dinosaur that exists in the parks and the wild, making him one of the most influential characters in the Jurassic World. Dr. Alan Grant and Dr. Ellie Sattler, paleontologists from the original Jurassic Park, also have hidden backstories. Alan grew up fascinated by dinosaurs, spending his life studying fossils and learning about their behavior. His knowledge helps him survive dangerous encounters with live dinosaurs. Ellie, on the other hand, has a background in plant biology. Her understanding of ecosystems and habitats makes her a crucial figure when studying dinosaur survival. Both of them carry a deep respect for life and science, contrasting with characters who treat dinosaurs as products or weapons. Ian Malcolm, the mathematician and chaos theory expert, has a fascinating hidden story as well. He predicted that Jurassic Park would fail because complex systems like life cannot be fully controlled. But his story also includes personal tragedy. He was injured in the first park disaster, which changed his outlook. Malcolm's philosophy becomes a recurring theme in the movies. Humans cannot control nature, and attempts to do so will always lead to unexpected consequences. His wisdom guides other characters and helps audiences understand the lessons of the Jurassic universe. Moving to the Jurassic World era, Claire Dearing has one of the most dramatic hidden backstories. At first, she is a businesswoman obsessed with the park's operations and profits. But her experiences with dinosaurs, rescuing them, facing danger, and caring for baby dinosaurs like Beta, transform her. Her character arc shows that empathy, compassion, and responsibility can grow even in someone who starts out focused on money and control. Her hidden story is about personal growth and learning to value life above ambition. Owen Grady, the raptor trainer, also has a fascinating background. He grew up fascinated by animals and became skilled in understanding predator behavior. His experiences with raptors show that trust, patience, and communication are essential when dealing with intelligent creatures. Owen's story teaches audiences that respect and training work better than fear or force. His bond with Blue and Beta highlights the idea that relationships can exist between humans and wild creatures, even predators. Maisie Lockwood, introduced in Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, has one of the most mysterious hidden backstories. She is a human clone, created from her grandmother Charlotte Lockwood's DNA. Her existence raises questions about ethics, identity, and what it means to be human. Maisie's story adds a personal element to the science of cloning and reminds viewers that experiments have consequences beyond what scientists imagine. She is also a symbol of hope. Despite being cloned, she has a mind, heart, and choices of her own. Finally, Biosyn's scientists and executives, like Louis Dodgson, have hidden stories that reveal greed and ambition. Dodgson, who orchestrated thefts of dinosaur embryos, embodies the dangers of humans trying to control nature for profit. Unlike InGen's Hammond, Dodgson is motivated purely by power and money. His actions create ripple effects across the entire Jurassic timeline, showing that one person's ambition can affect countless lives, both human and dinosaur. The hidden backstories of these characters explain why the Jurassic World unfolds the way it does. Some characters are dreamers, some are greedy, some are brilliant, and some are cautious. Their choices interact with dinosaur behavior, island environments, and scientific experiments to create the epic stories we see on screen. In conclusion, the humans of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are as fascinating as the dinosaurs. Each has a hidden history, motivations, and personal growth that shape the story. From Hammond's dreams to Wu's ambition, from Claire's transformation to Maisie's mysterious origin, every character adds depth to the universe. Understanding their backstories helps us see the Jurassic World as more than just dinosaurs. It's a story about humans, their flaws, their discoveries, and their relationship with life itself. The hidden stories remind viewers that every choice has consequences, that ambition and curiosity can be powerful but dangerous, and that humans are part of the same system as dinosaurs, where respect, knowledge, and caution are always necessary. Part 18. Biosyn and InGen Technology. Secrets of Dinosaur Cloning. One of the most fascinating parts of the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World stories is the science behind how the dinosaurs exist. The movies show thrilling escapes and dinosaur fights, but hidden behind the excitement is a complex story of technology, genetics, and experiments that makes it all possible. This part of the lore reveals how InGen and Biosyn created dinosaurs and why their technology is both amazing and dangerous. Let's start with InGen. InGen is the company that started Jurassic Park, and it all began with one idea. If dinosaurs could be brought back to life, humans could see them, study them, and even protect them. But there was a problem. Dinosaurs had been extinct for millions of years, and their DNA was very old. DNA is like the instruction manual for life. It tells the body how to grow, what shape to take, and what traits to have. To bring back dinosaurs, scientists had to find DNA that was not broken and could still work. The scientists found a clever solution. They discovered mosquitoes trapped in amber, which had bitten dinosaurs long ago. The blood inside the mosquito contained dinosaur DNA. But millions of years had passed, so the DNA was incomplete. To fix this, scientists filled in the missing parts with DNA from other animals, like frogs, lizards, and fish. This is how they were able to create living dinosaurs that were close to what existed millions of years ago, but not exactly the same. Henry Wu, the chief geneticist, was the mastermind behind this. Wu used advanced computers to analyze the DNA and plan the cloning process. He taught the dinosaurs how to grow inside eggs artificially, giving them the right environment to survive. This technology was revolutionary. It allowed humans to bring back extinct animals, not just dinosaurs. But Wu's experiments also introduced unpredictable behaviors, because the dinosaurs' instincts combined with new DNA from other species. This is where Biosyn comes in. Biosyn is a rival company that wanted to use genetic technology for profit, power, and control. While InGen focused on wonder and entertainment, Biosyn experimented with hybrids, secret cloning, and even the manipulation of human and dinosaur DNA. Their labs contained equipment far more advanced than InGen's original park, including gene sequencers, incubators, and DNA editing machines. Biosyn even experimented on insects, plants, and humans, showing the dangerous potential of genetic technology in the wrong hands. One of the most interesting parts of the science is the creation of hybrid dinosaurs. For example, the Indominus Rex was engineered from T-Rex DNA, Velociraptor DNA, and other animal traits like cuttlefish and tree frogs. These additions gave it camouflage, heat-sensing abilities, and clever hunting skills. The Indoraptor combined Indominus DNA with raptor DNA to make a smaller, faster, and supposedly obedient predator. But even with this technology, the hybrids could not be fully controlled. Instincts, intelligence, and unpredictability always got in the way. The cloning technology also affected humans. In Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, Maisie Lockwood is revealed to be a human clone, created from her grandmother's DNA. This shows that InGen and Biosyn technology wasn't limited to dinosaurs. In theory, it could be used to clone any living being. But creating life in a lab is risky. Just like dinosaurs, human clones might have unexpected traits, and the ethical questions are enormous. The story uses this to show that scientific power must come with responsibility. Another secret of the technology is gene editing. Scientists in the Jurassic universe don't just clone dinosaurs, they can modify them. Adding new DNA traits changes behavior, intelligence, size, and abilities. This means that dinosaurs can be engineered to be stronger, smarter, or more dangerous than they would naturally be. But the movies show a repeated lesson. No matter how advanced the technology, life cannot be fully controlled. Dinosaurs always act on instinct, hybrids always find loopholes, and humans often underestimate the consequences of their experiments. The islands themselves, Isla Sorna and Isla Nublar, were part of the technology story. They acted as living labs, with controlled environments for the dinosaurs to grow, develop, and adapt. On Isla Sorna, dinosaurs learned to survive without human interference. On Isla Nublar, fences, sensors, and enclosures were meant to control the animals, but technology could only do so much. The eruption of the volcano, broken fences, and escaped hybrids all show that nature is far more powerful than even the most advanced machines. Interestingly, the Jurassic universe also hints at future possibilities. The DNA technology could, in theory, recreate other extinct animals, modify crops, or even treat diseases. But it also shows dangers. Biosyn's experiments with locusts in Dominion illustrate how genetically engineered creatures can become uncontrollable. The combination of human ambition and genetic technology can affect entire ecosystems. This is why the story emphasizes ethics. Just because you can create life doesn't mean you should. Finally, the science of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World shows how humans interact with life. Dinosaurs are not just entertainment. They are experiments in survival, intelligence, and adaptation. Cloning technology is impressive, but it raises questions about morality, control, and responsibility. The movies show both the wonders and dangers of genetic science, teaching audiences that curiosity must be balanced with respect for life. In conclusion, InGen and Biosyn technology are at the heart of the Jurassic universe. They made dinosaurs real, hybrids possible, and even human cloning conceivable. But the stories also warn that science without responsibility can lead to chaos. Cloning, gene editing, and experiments are powerful tools, but life, whether prehistoric, engineered, or cloned, always has its own rules. Humans can experiment, but dinosaurs always remind us that nature cannot be fully tamed, controlled, or predicted. The hidden science behind Jurassic Park and Jurassic World adds a layer of depth to the story. It explains why dinosaurs escape, why hybrids are dangerous, and why the world must learn to live with creatures that humans did not fully understand. The technology is fascinating, the risks are enormous, and the lessons are timeless. Life, no matter how ancient or engineered, always finds a way. Part 19: Dinosaur Ecosystems and Their Role in the Modern World. Dinosaurs in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World aren't just isolated monsters. They are part of entire ecosystems that function like the ones that existed millions of years ago. Understanding these ecosystems helps us see how dinosaurs interact with each other, with their environment, and even with humans. The islands and now the modern world show how life adapts, survives, and evolves, even when species thought extinct walk the earth again. Let's start with the food chain. In every ecosystem, there are predators, prey, and plants. The Jurassic movies show this clearly. T-Rex is at the top, hunting other large dinosaurs. Velociraptors are intelligent predators, stalking smaller prey and sometimes working in packs. Herbivores like Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and Brachiosaurus feed on plants, and they have strategies to survive, like staying in herds for protection or using size and horns to defend themselves. Even hybrids like Indominus Rex affect the food chain, hunting animals and humans alike, showing how a new predator can disrupt balance. The islands serve as controlled ecosystems. On Isla Sorna, dinosaurs live without human interference. They hunt, graze, mate, and care for their young just like real animals. Predators develop advanced strategies, herbivores adapt to avoid attacks, and every species has a role. The ecosystem is fragile, though. Introduce humans, hybrids, or disasters, and the balance can collapse quickly. This is exactly what happens when scientists bring dinosaurs to Jurassic World on Isla Nublar or release them into the modern world. Dinosaurs also interact with each other in surprising ways. Velociraptors have social hierarchies and communicate silently to plan hunts. Herbivores like Triceratops teach their young how to stay safe and recognize danger. Large predators sometimes compete for territory or food, and hybrid creatures can become unpredictable, hunting multiple species at once. The movies hint at complex relationships that scientists in the story are still trying to study and understand. Another important part of dinosaur ecosystems is adaptation. Even in a modern world, dinosaurs can adapt to survive. Raptors have learned to open doors, follow patterns, and even anticipate human behavior. T-Rex responds to sounds, smells, and movements. Herbivores like Brachiosaurus find food in trees and avoid predators naturally. Hybrids adapt faster than normal dinosaurs because they have traits from multiple species, making them clever problem solvers. These adaptations show how life finds a way, even outside the Jurassic era. Dinosaurs also interact with the environment itself. Volcanoes, rivers, jungles, and weather all affect their behavior. The eruption on Isla Nublar forced dinosaurs to flee, showing that natural disasters still control survival. Rain and heat affect hunting, nesting, and movement. Even modern cities are impacted when dinosaurs enter. They change landscapes, hunt animals, and sometimes interact with humans. This is why Jurassic World Dominion shows dinosaurs roaming freely across the mainland. Their ecosystems are expanding, and humans must learn to live alongside them. Social behavior is another hidden aspect. Raptors, for example, have leaders, cooperate, and even show loyalty. Blue demonstrates that dinosaurs can form bonds with humans, learning commands, and trusting caretakers. Herbivores like Triceratops and Ankylosaurus use group behavior to protect their young. Even hybrids sometimes show awareness of other creatures in the ecosystem, avoiding competition or establishing dominance. These social dynamics are part of what makes the Jurassic universe so realistic and fascinating. One secret is how dinosaurs influence other species. Flying dinosaurs like pteranodons compete with modern birds, herbivores eat crops and plants, and predators hunt animals that were never designed to survive alongside them. Scientists in the story realize that introducing dinosaurs into the modern world creates ripple effects across ecosystems. Every new species can change balance, showing that life is interconnected in ways humans often underestimate. Finally, dinosaurs show survival strategies that are incredible to study. Predators use stealth, camouflage, and speed. Herbivores use size, horns, and herding. Hybrids use intelligence and even deception. Every dinosaur species adapts to challenges, whether it's escaping humans, avoiding predators, or finding food. These strategies reflect real-life animal behaviors, even though the dinosaurs themselves are fictional. In conclusion, dinosaurs in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World are part of living, breathing ecosystems. They hunt, graze, protect young, communicate, and adapt to challenges. Predators dominate, herbivores survive, hybrids disrupt balance, and every species interacts with the environment. The islands were the beginning, but now dinosaurs live in the modern world, teaching humans important lessons about adaptation, coexistence, and respect for life. The hidden lore of ecosystems shows that dinosaurs aren't just monsters, they are intelligent, social, and adaptable creatures. Their interactions, survival strategies, and influence on the environment make the Jurassic universe rich, exciting, and full of surprises. Life, as always, finds a way. Part 20: Mysterious Secrets, Untold Experiments, and the Future of the Jurassic World. The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World stories are full of adventures, dinosaurs, and daring escapes, but the most fascinating part is what we don't always see: the hidden secrets, experiments, and possibilities that lie behind the scenes. These mysteries reveal just how complex the Jurassic universe is, and they hint at what could happen in the future. Let's start with the Untold experiments. Both InGen and Biosyn were obsessed with pushing the limits of science. InGen started by cloning dinosaurs from ancient DNA trapped in amber, but they quickly expanded into creating hybrids. Henry Wu, the lead geneticist, didn't just make dinosaurs bigger or scarier. He experimented with behavioral traits, intelligence, and survival instincts. Some dinosaurs were engineered to hunt in packs, some to hide from sensors, and some to survive extreme environments. These experiments show that scientists weren't just playing with size, they were studying life itself. Biosyn, the rival company, went even further. They didn't just clone dinosaurs, they experimented on insects, plants, and even humans. The most shocking result is Maisie Lockwood, a human clone created from her grandmother's DNA. This shows that the same technology used to bring back dinosaurs could be applied to humans. Biosyn also experimented with hybrid predators designed to obey humans, like the Indoraptor. But as always, the experiments often went wrong. Dinosaurs acted on instinct, hybrids became too smart, and experiments escaped, creating chaos. Another secret is the hidden locations and labs. Isla Sorna, also called Site B, had hidden dinosaur nurseries, abandoned research facilities, and test enclosures that the public never saw. Scientists left behind clues about hybrid experiments, genetic modifications, and behavioral studies. Isla Nublar, where Jurassic World was built, also had secret areas, enclosures for dangerous hybrids, research labs, and surveillance systems designed to monitor dinosaurs. Many of these locations were abandoned or destroyed during disasters, leaving secrets waiting to be discovered by explorers or future scientists. The behavioral secrets of dinosaurs are also fascinating. Velociraptors, for example, can communicate silently, work as a team, and even bond with humans when trained. Hybrids like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor combine instincts from multiple species, making them highly intelligent and unpredictable. Even herbivores like Brachiosaurus and Triceratops have survival strategies. They move in herds, protect their young, and sometimes avoid predators by staying in safe areas. The interactions between species create complex ecosystems that humans don't fully understand. There are also secrets about the survival of dinosaurs in the modern world. After the events of Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, many dinosaurs were released into the wild. This created entirely new ecosystems on continents far from their original islands. Raptors, herbivores, and hybrids now coexist with humans, modern animals, and new environments. Scientists in the story realize that humans must learn to coexist with dinosaurs, but there are endless unknowns. How will hybrids interact with natural predators? How will herbivores affect agriculture? How will ecosystems change over decades? These questions remain mysteries in the story. Another mystery is future hybrid creation. Even though many hybrids have been destroyed or escaped, scientists like Henry Wu continue experimenting. It's hinted that new hybrids could be developed with even more advanced traits, stronger, smarter, or capable of surviving anywhere. Biosyn's ambitions to create genetic weapons or control life show that the Jurassic universe is far from finished. Every experiment, even hidden in secret labs, could have massive consequences. One of the most intriguing secrets involves human interaction and ethics. Characters like Claire, Owen, and Maisie show that humans must make choices about responsibility, safety, and respect for life. The Jurassic stories emphasize that curiosity and ambition are powerful, but without ethics, they lead to danger. The secrets of the past, stolen embryos, hybrid experiments, and escaped dinosaurs, serve as warnings for the future. Scientists and humans alike must balance innovation with caution. Finally, the Jurassic universe teases future adventures and mysteries. With dinosaurs roaming the modern world, new islands, hidden experiments, and hybrids still in existence, the possibilities are endless. The story hints at undiscovered species, unrecorded behavior, and conflicts between humans and dinosaurs that haven't been fully explored. The lore is rich, layered, and ongoing, suggesting that the Jurassic World will continue to grow, surprise, and teach lessons about life, survival, and science. In conclusion, the most mysterious secrets of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World include hidden experiments, undiscovered dinosaurs, hybrid creations, and untold scientific advancements. These secrets show the incredible power and danger of cloning and genetic engineering. They also hint at the future. Humans and dinosaurs must coexist, hybrids may appear again, and life will continue to adapt in ways no one can fully predict. The Jurassic universe teaches us that, even with all of human knowledge and technology, life has its own rules. Dinosaurs are clever, adaptable, and persistent, and the experiments of InGen and Biosyn remind us that curiosity, ethics, and respect for life are essential. The untold stories, hidden labs, and secret hybrids make the Jurassic World a place of endless adventure, danger, and discovery, where life, as always, finds a way. Part 21. Dinosaur-human interactions and survival in the modern Jurassic world. Now that dinosaurs are no longer just on islands and are roaming the modern world, their interactions with humans have become one of the most fascinating and dangerous parts of the Jurassic universe. In this part, we explore how humans and dinosaurs affect each other, the survival strategies dinosaurs use in today's environment, and the challenges both face in this new reality. Humans are no longer just observers on islands. In Jurassic World, Dominion, dinosaurs exist alongside humans in forests, cities, and farmlands. This creates conflicts and challenges for both species. Predators like velociraptors and hybrids like Indoraptor are hunting in areas with human presence, while herbivores like Brachiosaurus and Triceratops must find food and avoid roads, farms, and people. These interactions are unpredictable, showing that humans are now part of the dinosaurs' ecosystem. One of the most interesting aspects is how dinosaurs adapt to human environments. Raptors, being intelligent hunters, learn to avoid humans when necessary or use humans' own technology against them. Hybrids, like the Indoraptor, combine traits from multiple species to survive in new terrains, such as forests, cities, or even buildings. Herbivores adapt by finding safe areas to graze, sometimes traveling long distances to avoid predators or human activity. This shows that dinosaurs are highly adaptable and capable of learning quickly, even in a world very different from the islands. Hunting and defense strategies are critical for survival. Predators like T-Rex and raptors use stealth, teamwork, and their senses to hunt efficiently. Raptors communicate silently with each other to plan attacks or defend territory. Hybrids often use intelligence and trickery to outsmart both humans and other dinosaurs. Herbivores, on the other hand, protect themselves with size, horns, and group behavior. Brachiosaurus and Triceratops teach their young to be aware of danger, stay close to the herd, and recognize predators. Even hybrids display clever defensive tactics, showing that life always finds a way to survive. Humans, meanwhile, must adapt and respond to dinosaur presence. Characters like Owen and Claire demonstrate that knowledge, patience, and respect can prevent conflicts. Owen trains raptors using trust rather than fear, showing that intelligent creatures respond better to guidance than punishment. Claire protects baby dinosaurs like Beta, understanding their needs and safety. These interactions highlight a new reality. Humans must learn to coexist with dinosaurs, respecting their intelligence and instincts. Another secret in dinosaur-human interactions is the impact on ecosystems. Dinosaurs affect modern animals, plants, and even human agriculture. Flying pteranodons compete with birds, herbivores eat crops, and predators hunt animals that humans rely on for food. These ripple effects show that introducing prehistoric creatures into the modern world changes ecosystems in ways humans don't fully understand. It's a reminder that life is interconnected, and every species plays a role in maintaining balance. Social behavior among dinosaurs also influences their survival with humans. Raptors hunt in packs, hybrids sometimes work alone, and herbivores stay in herds. These social structures allow dinosaurs to protect each other, teach young, and navigate human-filled environments. Raptors like Blue demonstrate loyalty to humans she trusts, while hybrids like Indoraptor show the dangers of intelligence combined with aggression. Social dynamics, instincts, and intelligence all play a role in survival. One fascinating hidden detail is how dinosaurs respond emotionally to humans and their surroundings. Raptors may show curiosity, fear, or aggression depending on interactions. T-Rex reacts to threats and allies in ways that suggest recognition and memory. Even hybrids, despite being engineered for obedience or aggression, display instincts shaped by their DNA, creating unpredictable outcomes. These emotional responses make dinosaurs feel like real, living creatures rather than just monsters. Finally, the modern world presents unseen challenges for both humans and dinosaurs. Cities, roads, and technology are obstacles for dinosaurs. Humans must learn how to navigate encounters safely, protect communities, and prevent hybrids from causing chaos. At the same time, dinosaurs must find food, shelter, and protection in unfamiliar territories, avoiding humans and adapting quickly to survive. The interaction between humans and dinosaurs creates a dynamic and ever-changing environment, full of risks, surprises, and discoveries. In conclusion, the modern Jurassic World is no longer a controlled island or laboratory, it's a shared planet. Dinosaurs are intelligent, adaptable, and emotional, and humans must learn to coexist with them. Hunting strategies, social behavior, adaptation, and emotional intelligence allow dinosaurs to survive. Humans, in turn, must respect life, learn from past mistakes, and find ways to live alongside these incredible creatures. The hidden stories of dinosaur-human interactions teach us that survival isn't just about strength, it's about understanding, intelligence, and respect. The modern Jurassic World is a place of adventure, challenge, and discovery, where humans and dinosaurs must navigate a shared future. Life, as always, finds a way. Part 22: Untold Hybrid Experiments and the Secret Potential of Future Dinosaurs. In the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe, hybrids are some of the most mysterious and fascinating creatures. They are not just dinosaurs, they are experiments, puzzles, and sometimes warnings about what happens when humans try to control nature. But beyond the hybrids we see in the movies, there are many untold experiments and secrets about the potential of dinosaurs that hint at even more incredible creatures in the future. Let's start with the creation of hybrids. Scientists like Henry Wu didn't stop with just combining T-Rex and Velociraptor DNA. They experimented with genes from multiple species to create dinosaurs that were bigger, smarter, and sometimes faster. Some of these experiments are only hinted at in concept art, games, and books, suggesting creatures with abilities beyond what we've seen on screen. For example, hybrids could be engineered to survive in extreme climates, camouflage themselves like chameleons, or even hunt in total darkness. The Indominus Rex was the first major hybrid introduced in Jurassic World, combining T-Rex and Velociraptor DNA, along with cuttlefish and frog DNA for camouflage and temperature detection. This shows that scientists could design dinosaurs with traits that didn't exist in nature, giving them intelligence, stealth, and extraordinary survival skills. Even though Indominus Rex escaped and caused chaos, it represents the potential of future hybrids to be even more advanced. The Indoraptor, smaller but faster and more obedient, was another step in hybrid experiments. Its design focused on intelligence and weaponized abilities. Scientists trained it to follow commands, but instinct and DNA made it unpredictable. This teaches a key lesson: hybrids are clever, adaptable, and cannot be fully controlled, no matter how much humans try. Future hybrids could be even more cunning, combining multiple predator traits or learning faster than any natural dinosaur. Some untold experiments hint at aquatic or flying hybrids. Biosyn and InGen both explored the idea of creating dinosaurs capable of surviving in oceans or rivers, combining traits from marine reptiles like Mosasaurus with modern fish. Flying hybrids, based on pteranodons or other winged species, could theoretically have intelligence similar to raptors, making them incredibly effective hunters. While these dinosaurs aren't always shown in the movies, hints in toys, games, and concept art suggest they exist in the extended lore. Another fascinating secret is genetic enhancement beyond physical traits. Scientists in the Jurassic universe experimented with DNA to increase intelligence, problem-solving skills, and even social behaviors. Hybrids like Indoraptor were designed to hunt in complex environments and understand threats. In the future, dinosaurs could be engineered to cooperate with humans, lead packs, or even learn advanced survival techniques. This opens up endless possibilities for interactions, adventures, and unexpected outcomes. The potential for ethical dilemmas grows with future hybrids. Every new experiment brings questions about responsibility, safety, and respect for life. If dinosaurs are engineered to be smarter, faster, or more aggressive, humans must carefully consider the consequences. The Jurassic movies and lore repeatedly warn that ambition without caution can lead to disaster. Escaped hybrids, rogue experiments, and unforeseen behaviors all remind us that life cannot be fully predicted or controlled. Hidden labs and abandoned facilities hint at secret hybrids never revealed. Some experiments were destroyed, some escaped, and some remain hidden, waiting to be discovered. These untold dinosaurs could have abilities that surpass what we've seen: extreme camouflage, night vision, strength beyond natural limits, or even unique hunting techniques combining multiple predator instincts. These experiments expand the lore and suggest that the Jurassic World is far from fully explored. Hybrids also have unpredictable interactions with natural dinosaurs. When new hybrids are introduced into the ecosystem, they compete with predators, hunt prey differently, and can even disrupt social structures among other dinosaurs. Herbivores must adapt, predators must learn new strategies, and humans must navigate the challenges of coexistence. The ripple effects of hybrid experiments are one of the most exciting and mysterious parts of the story. Finally, the future of dinosaurs depends on both genetics and environment. With advanced cloning, gene editing, and hybrid experiments, new species could be created that survive in cities, forests, oceans, or even extreme climates. Dinosaurs may evolve behaviors far beyond what existed millions of years ago. Some could learn to cooperate with humans, some could dominate ecosystems, and some could remain mysterious predators, testing human understanding and adaptability. In conclusion, the Untold hybrid experiments show that the Jurassic universe is full of potential. Dinosaurs are not limited by natural evolution. They can be engineered, enhanced, and combined in ways that challenge both humans and the natural world. The future holds hybrids smarter, faster, and more unpredictable than any seen so far, teaching lessons about intelligence, ethics, and the consequences of tampering with life. The secrets of hybrid experiments remind us that dinosaurs are more than creatures. They are living experiments, teachers, and warnings. They show that science can create wonders, but life, instinct, and survival always have the final say. The future of the Jurassic World is uncertain, exciting, and full of possibilities, where dinosaurs, both natural and hybrid, will continue to shape the planet in ways humans cannot fully predict. Part 23: Global Spread of Dinosaurs and Their Impact on Modern Ecosystems. In the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe, dinosaurs no longer just live on isolated islands, they are spreading across the modern world. This creates a fascinating and sometimes dangerous situation for both humans and ecosystems. Understanding how dinosaurs adapt, survive, and interact with modern environments helps us see the full scope of their impact and the hidden challenges of living alongside them. After the events of Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, many dinosaurs were released into the wild, traveling far from their island homes. Large predators like T-Rex, raptors, and hybrids are now roaming forests, mountains, and plains. Herbivores like Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and Brachiosaurus are moving into open areas, searching for food and water. Flying dinosaurs, including pteranodons and smaller flying hybrids, are exploring skies above cities, farmlands, and natural habitats. The global spread of dinosaurs creates a living, breathing network of creatures adapting to a world full of humans and modern animals. One of the most important things to understand is how dinosaurs adapt to new ecosystems. Predators, for example, learn to hunt in areas with human activity. Raptors use stealth, intelligence, and teamwork to navigate roads, buildings, and fences. Hybrids like the Indoraptor are incredibly clever, avoiding humans and taking advantage of urban environments for hunting or hiding. Herbivores, on the other hand, must find safe grazing areas. They often move in herds, migrate long distances, and avoid predators as well as human settlements. These survival strategies show that dinosaurs are intelligent, adaptable, and capable of thriving outside their original islands. The impact on modern ecosystems is profound. Dinosaurs interact with existing wildlife in unpredictable ways. Predators compete with modern carnivores, hunting animals that humans rely on for food. Herbivores consume plants and crops, changing landscapes and sometimes destroying vegetation that other species need. Flying dinosaurs compete with birds, while hybrids with new traits can dominate entire ecosystems. These ripple effects show that introducing extinct creatures into the modern world creates complex challenges for ecology and human society. Dinosaurs also form new social structures in their expanded habitats. Raptors work in packs, hunting cooperatively. Herbivores move in herds, using numbers to protect their young. Hybrids can act alone or in small groups, using intelligence and instinct to dominate other creatures. These social behaviors are crucial for survival in areas where food is scarce, predators are abundant, or humans are present. Watching dinosaurs interact reveals how intelligence, instincts, and cooperation are essential in a changing world. Another fascinating aspect is human-dinosaur interactions on a global scale. Humans now face dinosaurs not just on islands, but in forests, farmlands, and even cities. People must learn how to coexist, protect communities, and prevent hybrids or predators from causing chaos. Characters like Owen Grady and Claire Deering demonstrate that trust, respect, and knowledge are vital when dealing with intelligent creatures. Humans who understand behavior, communication, and survival strategies have a better chance of coexisting safely with dinosaurs. The hidden challenges of migration and adaptation are also significant. Some dinosaurs struggle to find food, water, or mates in new environments. Predators may compete with other species for territory, while herbivores must learn to navigate roads, towns, and human activity. Hybrids, designed for intelligence and survival, often find ways to dominate new areas quickly. These challenges make the global spread of dinosaurs a dynamic, unpredictable, and sometimes dangerous process. Dinosaurs also reshape the physical world. Large herbivores create trails, knock down trees, and open clearings. Predators hunt and disperse smaller animals, while flying dinosaurs affect bird populations and pollination patterns. Hybrids, with enhanced abilities, can disrupt local ecosystems even faster. Every dinosaur species, whether natural or engineered, changes the balance of the world around them. Finally, the future of dinosaurs on Earth is both exciting and uncertain. As they continue to spread, humans must adapt. Scientists, governments, and local communities will need to develop strategies for coexistence, safety, and conservation. Hybrids, still being created in secret labs, could introduce new threats or surprises. Meanwhile, natural dinosaurs continue to adapt, survive, and evolve in the modern world. The global spread of dinosaurs shows that life is resilient, adaptable, and unstoppable, no matter how advanced human technology becomes. In conclusion, the global presence of dinosaurs transforms the modern world. Predators, herbivores, and hybrids adapt to new ecosystems, compete for survival, and create complex interactions with humans and wildlife. Social behaviors, hunting strategies, and environmental adaptations reveal their intelligence and resilience. The ripple effects of their existence challenge humans to learn, adapt, and respect life. The hidden stories of global dinosaur survival teach us that life is interconnected, unpredictable, and full of surprises. Dinosaurs, both natural and hybrid, are now a permanent part of the modern world. Their intelligence, adaptability, and instinct ensure that, wherever they go, they will continue to thrive, teach lessons, and remind humans that life always finds a way. Part 24. Secret Dinosaur Habitats, Undiscovered Species, and Hidden Hybrid Experiments. Even after dinosaurs spread across the modern world, many mysteries remain. Beyond what humans see in parks, islands, or cities, there are secret habitats, undiscovered species, and hidden hybrid experiments that make the Jurassic universe even more fascinating. These hidden corners of the world show that dinosaurs are not just roaming freely. They are thriving in places humans rarely visit and evolving in ways that no one fully understands. Let's start with secret dinosaur habitats. On Isla Sorna, many areas were left untouched by humans, creating hidden jungles, caves, and nesting grounds. Dinosaurs that were not part of the main park population live there, safe from interference. These habitats allow predators, herbivores, and hybrids to grow naturally, hunt, and reproduce. Even flying dinosaurs find safe cliffs, canyons, and coastal areas where they can nest without humans disturbing them. These hidden locations are perfect examples of how life can flourish when it is left alone. Some dinosaurs also survive in unexpected environments on the mainland. Forests, mountains, deserts, and wetlands now host populations of dinosaurs that have escaped from parks or islands. Raptors hide in dense forests, herbivores migrate through open plains, and flying species explore rivers, cliffs, and cities. These hidden habitats are often invisible to humans, but they allow dinosaurs to adapt, hunt, and reproduce safely. Scientists studying these populations sometimes discover new behaviors or survival strategies that were never seen on the islands. Next, there are undiscovered species, dinosaurs that humans haven't yet found. In the Jurassic lore, hints of secret species appear in concept art, toys, and books. Some of these creatures are natural dinosaurs that survived on isolated islands or in hidden mainland areas. Others are hybrids that were created in labs but never released or that escaped without anyone noticing. These undiscovered dinosaurs may have unique abilities, like special camouflage, speed, or intelligence, making them both fascinating and unpredictable. The hidden hybrid experiments are some of the most exciting secrets. InGen and BioSyn continued to experiment in secret labs, even after the events of the parks. Some hybrids were destroyed, but others remain hidden, stored in eggs, embryos, or isolated facilities. These secret hybrids could combine DNA from multiple species, giving them incredible speed, intelligence, or hunting abilities. Some could survive extreme climates, while others might display social behaviors far beyond normal dinosaurs. Every hidden hybrid is a reminder of the power and danger of science without limits. Another secret is how hybrids and natural dinosaurs interact in hidden habitats. On Isla Sorna, predators and herbivores coexist with hybrids that may have escaped or been abandoned. Raptors might hunt alongside or against hybrids, while herbivores adapt to avoid both natural predators and genetically enhanced threats. These interactions create complex ecosystems that humans rarely see but that are full of life and strategy. Every hidden habitat tells a story of survival, adaptation, and intelligence. The role of humans in discovering these secrets is also interesting. Scientists, explorers, and adventurers sometimes stumble upon hidden nests, abandoned labs, or isolated dinosaur populations. Their discoveries reveal new behaviors, unknown species, and clues about past experiments. Characters like Owen, Claire, and Maisie often navigate these hidden areas, learning lessons about responsibility, respect, and the consequences of tampering with life. Humans are part of the ecosystem now, but they are still outsiders in many of these secret habitats. Finally, these hidden locations and experiments hint at the future of dinosaurs. As long as humans continue experimenting or observing, new hybrids could appear, and undiscovered species could be revealed. Hidden habitats ensure that dinosaurs continue to survive and evolve, even when humans aren't watching. These secrets also suggest that the Jurassic universe is far from finished. There will always be new species to discover, new experiments to learn about, and new adventures waiting in the shadows. In conclusion, secret dinosaur habitats, undiscovered species, and hidden hybrid experiments make the Jurassic World even more mysterious and exciting. Dinosaurs thrive in isolated jungles, mountains, and wetlands, adapting to survive and reproduce. Hidden hybrids push the boundaries of science, showing intelligence, cunning, and unpredictability. Humans may explore these secrets, but many mysteries remain, waiting to be discovered. The hidden lore of habitats and experiments teaches that life is resilient, intelligent, and full of surprises. Dinosaurs, both natural and hybrid, continue to adapt and survive, reminding us that no matter how advanced human technology becomes, nature, and the creatures it produces, always has secrets waiting in the shadows. Life, as always, finds a way. Part 25: Dangerous Hybrid Encounters, Survival Lessons, and Global Conflicts. As dinosaurs spread across the modern world, not all encounters are safe. Hybrids, with their enhanced intelligence, strength, and unpredictability, create some of the most dangerous situations in the Jurassic universe. Humans, natural dinosaurs, and hybrids now face challenges that test survival, strategy, and understanding in ways no one could have predicted. Let's begin with hybrid encounters. Creatures like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor are designed to be clever hunters, capable of stalking, hiding, and attacking with precision. Unlike natural dinosaurs, hybrids often have enhanced senses, camouflage abilities, and extraordinary problem-solving skills. When humans or natural dinosaurs encounter them, the results can be devastating. The movies show examples of hybrids escaping enclosures, attacking humans, and even challenging predators. These encounters are dangerous because hybrids can think strategically, use their environment, and adapt quickly to threats. One of the most important survival lessons is understanding behavior. Predators like T-Rex and Velociraptor rely on instincts, pack dynamics, and hunting strategies. Hybrids combine these traits with intelligence, making them unpredictable. Humans who understand signals, communication, and social structures have a better chance of avoiding attacks. For example, Owen Grady trains raptors using trust and observation rather than fear. This shows that survival is not just about strength, it's about awareness, knowledge, and careful planning. Global conflicts emerge as dinosaurs move into human-populated areas. Hybrids and large predators can disrupt cities, farmland, and transportation systems. Herbivores may destroy crops while migrating, while predators hunt animals and sometimes humans. Governments and scientists must develop strategies to manage dinosaur populations, prevent hybrid outbreaks, and ensure public safety. These conflicts reveal how challenging it is to coexist with creatures that humans once thought were extinct. Predator-prey dynamics also shift in the modern world. Hybrids often dominate natural predators, while herbivores must adapt to new threats. Raptors hunt cooperatively, sometimes even attacking larger creatures in packs. Hybrids can manipulate other species, forcing herbivores to flee or predators to compete. Observing these dynamics teaches humans about the intelligence, strategy, and adaptability of dinosaurs, highlighting how ecosystems can change when a powerful new predator appears. Another survival lesson involves environmental adaptation. Hybrids are engineered to survive in diverse climates, while natural dinosaurs adapt to forests, plains, and wetlands. Flying species explore cliffs, rivers, and even urban areas. Humans, meanwhile, must adapt by building safe zones, monitoring dinosaur movements, and learning how to coexist without provoking dangerous creatures. Every encounter is a lesson in strategy, patience, and respect for life. Social behavior and intelligence play a key role in survival. Raptors communicate silently, share strategies, and show loyalty to trusted humans. Hybrids can learn quickly, manipulate prey, and anticipate threats. Even herbivores display group tactics, using herds to protect young or signal danger. Humans who observe and respect these behaviors have a better chance of staying safe. Ignoring instincts or underestimating intelligence often leads to disaster. The most dangerous encounters often involve hybrids exploiting human technology or mistakes. Indoraptor, for example, uses stealth, observation, and problem-solving to outsmart enclosures and humans. These encounters teach that intelligence combined with instinct makes hybrids extremely dangerous. Survival depends on vigilance, knowledge, and the ability to anticipate actions, traits humans must develop to coexist with these creatures. Finally, global survival strategies require cooperation. Scientists, governments, and communities must work together to manage dinosaur populations. Monitoring movement patterns, understanding hybrid behavior, and developing safe zones are essential. Humans must learn to coexist with dinosaurs without trying to control or dominate them completely. The stories emphasize that respect, knowledge, and careful planning are the keys to survival in a world shared with both natural and hybrid dinosaurs. In conclusion, dangerous hybrid encounters, survival lessons, and global conflicts reveal the complexities of the modern Jurassic world. Hybrids are clever, powerful, and unpredictable, while natural dinosaurs adapt in remarkable ways. Humans must learn observation, respect, and cooperation to survive alongside these incredible creatures. The hidden lore of global dinosaur survival teaches that life is clever, resilient, and adaptable. Hybrids push the boundaries of nature, ecosystems shift in unexpected ways, and humans must navigate a delicate balance. In a world where dinosaurs roam freely, survival depends not just on strength, but on intelligence, knowledge, and respect. Life, as always, finds a way, even in the most dangerous and unpredictable situations. Part 26. The Secret Future of Dinosaur Evolution and Hybrid Advancements. The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe has already shown humans incredible creatures, from towering T-Rex to clever velociraptors and terrifying hybrids like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor. But the story doesn't stop there. Hidden in the islands, labs, and secret habitats are hints about the future of dinosaurs, their evolution, and hybrid advancements, suggesting that the Jurassic world is far from fully understood. One of the most exciting possibilities is natural evolution in modern environments. Dinosaurs released into the wild must adapt to new climates, predators, and food sources. Over time, natural selection could lead to changes in behavior, size, or even physical traits. Raptors might develop new hunting techniques, herbivores could evolve better defenses, and flying species may adjust to different air currents or climates. The Jurassic universe hints that dinosaurs are not static, they are living creatures capable of evolving in surprising ways. Hybrids, however, represent a different kind of evolution, engineered evolution. Scientists like Henry Wu continue experimenting in secret labs, creating creatures with enhanced intelligence, speed, camouflage, and strength. Unlike natural evolution, hybrid advancements are planned. By combining multiple DNA sources, scientists can engineer dinosaurs that survive extreme conditions, adapt to urban environments, or even cooperate with humans. The potential is almost limitless, but it also raises moral and safety concerns. The future of hybrid evolution could involve unprecedented abilities. Some hybrids may have heat-sensing vision, advanced camouflage like cuttlefish, or even behaviors designed to manipulate prey. Flying hybrids could hunt in packs from the sky, while aquatic hybrids might dominate rivers and oceans. Secret labs suggest that these hybrids are not just science experiments. They are the next stage of life in the Jurassic World, combining instincts, intelligence, and engineered traits. Another mystery involves interactions between natural and hybrid dinosaurs. As hybrids spread into wild populations, they could compete with natural predators, hunt herbivores differently, or even teach survival lessons unintentionally. These interactions could reshape ecosystems worldwide, forcing humans and animals alike to adapt. Some hybrids may become leaders of dinosaur populations, demonstrating intelligence and strategy far beyond anything seen in nature. The ethical questions of future dinosaur experiments are more complex than ever. Cloning, gene editing, and hybridization allow humans to manipulate life in ways that were impossible millions of years ago. Maisie Lockwood's existence as a human clone is just one example of the ethical dilemmas hidden in the Jurassic universe. Creating dinosaurs or hybrids with intelligence and instincts forces humans to consider responsibility, safety, and the consequences of every experiment. Mistakes could have global impacts. The hidden habitats and secret labs continue to hold mysteries about the future. Isla Sorna, abandoned facilities, and biosyn installations may still contain undiscovered species, hybrid embryos, or experimental research. Scientists and explorers venturing into these areas could reveal new types of dinosaurs with abilities never imagined. Every hidden lab or jungle clearing is a potential treasure trove of knowledge, and a potential danger if hybrids escape. The ultimate mystery is how dinosaurs, hybrids, and humans will coexist in the long term. Dinosaurs now roam cities, forests, and wildlands. Hybrids push the boundaries of intelligence and survival. Humans must navigate ethics, safety, and coexistence. The Jurassic universe suggests that life will continue to evolve in ways humans cannot fully predict, whether through natural adaptation, hybrid engineering, or unexpected ecological consequences. In conclusion, the future of dinosaur evolution and hybrid advancements is full of possibilities, challenges, and mysteries. Dinosaurs are alive, adapting, and evolving. Hybrids are being engineered to survive and think in extraordinary ways. Secret habitats and labs hold experiments that may change the balance of life. And humans, now sharing the planet with these incredible creatures, must learn to respect, adapt, and understand the complex web of life they've unleashed. The secret future of the Jurassic World teaches us that evolution, intelligence, and survival never stop. Dinosaurs, hybrids, and humans are part of a dynamic, unpredictable world. Life, as always, finds a way, and in the future, that way may be more surprising, exciting, and dangerous than anyone can imagine. Part 27. Untold Hybrid Intelligence, Secret Communication, and Survival Strategies. Dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe are not just big, scary creatures. They are clever, adaptable, and sometimes even smarter than humans expect. This is especially true for hybrids, which combine traits from multiple species to become highly intelligent hunters and survivors. In this part, we explore the untold intelligence of hybrids, how dinosaurs communicate secretly, and the hidden strategies they use to survive in a world full of humans and other creatures. First, let's look at hybrid intelligence. Hybrids like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor are designed to think strategically. They can observe humans, learn patterns, and use their environment to their advantage. Indominus, for example, was able to hide from sensors, escape enclosures, and plan attacks. Indoraptor, smaller but faster, demonstrated the ability to follow commands while also making independent decisions. This intelligence is beyond what normal predators usually show. It's a mix of instinct, problem-solving, and calculated behavior. One key aspect of hybrid intelligence is learning from experience. Raptors, even natural ones, can learn to open doors, track prey, and avoid dangers. Hybrids take this further. They remember humans, other dinosaurs, and obstacles in their environment, adjusting their actions based on past encounters. This makes them incredibly unpredictable. Survival in the modern world depends on their ability to adapt, outthink predators, and take advantage of opportunities. Dinosaurs also use secret communication methods. Raptors communicate silently with each other, using chirps, body language, and subtle movements to coordinate hunting or warn of danger. Hybrids may combine these instincts with enhanced intelligence, creating ways to signal each other or manipulate prey without humans noticing. Herbivores also communicate, using calls, movements, and herd behavior to warn of predators. These secret communication methods are critical for survival, allowing dinosaurs to cooperate, defend territory, and stay alive in dangerous environments. Another hidden survival strategy is camouflage and stealth. Some hybrids are engineered to blend into their surroundings, like Indominus Rex using color-changing skin to hide from humans and predators. Raptors can hide in shadows, trees, or tall grass, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Even herbivores have survival tactics. They may freeze, run in zigzag patterns, or cluster together to confuse predators. Every movement, every sound, and every choice is part of a strategy to survive in a world that is no longer just islands but forests, cities, and open plains. Pack and herd behavior is another secret strategy. Predators like raptors hunt in teams, coordinating silently to surround prey. Hybrids may use intelligence to lead, manipulate, or ambush both humans and other dinosaurs. Herbivores stay in herds, teaching young how to recognize threats, use the environment for protection, and escape predators efficiently. These social strategies make survival a combination of brainpower, instincts, and teamwork. Some hybrids also display problem-solving and planning. Indoraptor, for example, could figure out doors, escape routes, and hunting patterns, showing a level of intelligence similar to modern apex predators like wolves or dolphins, but with even more danger. These problem-solving abilities make hybrids formidable and unpredictable. Humans must rely on observation, caution, and strategy to avoid being outsmarted. The hidden lessons of survival are clear. Intelligence, adaptation, and communication are more important than size or strength. Hybrids and natural dinosaurs survive not just because they are strong, but because they think, learn, and cooperate. Humans who underestimate these creatures risk dangerous encounters. Owen, Claire, and other characters demonstrate that understanding behavior and communication is the key to coexistence. Finally, hybrids and dinosaurs show adaptation to modern life. Flying species explore cities and cliffs, aquatic species navigate rivers and coasts, and land predators adapt to forests, mountains, and plains. Secret strategies include finding food, avoiding humans, cooperating with others, and protecting young. These strategies reveal the intelligence and resilience that allowed dinosaurs to thrive in a world very different from the one they originally lived in. In conclusion, untold hybrid intelligence, secret communication methods, and hidden survival strategies make the Jurassic World more complex and fascinating than most people realize. Hybrids combine instinct and intelligence, dinosaurs communicate and cooperate in subtle ways, and survival depends on clever strategies rather than brute force alone. The hidden lore of intelligence and survival teaches that dinosaurs are not just creatures, they are thinkers, learners, and adaptable beings. In a world full of humans, hybrids, and unpredictable environments, the smartest creatures survive, and life always finds a way. Part 28: Mysterious Dinosaur Behaviors, Undiscovered Hybrid Traits, and Hidden Survival Secrets. Even after years of research, observation, and thrilling adventures, dinosaurs in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe remain full of mysteries and secrets. Some behaviors are obvious, like hunting, herding, or flying, but many actions of both natural dinosaurs and hybrids are subtle, complex, and sometimes completely unexpected. These hidden behaviors reveal how clever, adaptable, and resilient dinosaurs truly are. Let's begin with mysterious behaviors in natural dinosaurs. Raptors, for example, are known for hunting in packs, but they also display surprising intelligence. They study their environment, recognize patterns, and communicate silently. Some raptors have been observed making strategic decisions, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, or protecting territory without being aggressive unnecessarily. Herbivores like Triceratops and Brachiosaurus show patience, teaching young how to avoid predators, signaling danger with body movements, and sometimes even bluffing to scare off attackers. These behaviors are not just instinct, they show awareness and decision-making. Hybrids take this intelligence to an entirely new level. Creatures like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor display undiscovered traits that are never fully revealed on screen. Some hybrids may be capable of advanced problem-solving, like figuring out locks, manipulating humans, or setting ambushes. Others may use camouflage, stealth, or environmental cues in ways that humans cannot detect. Hidden traits include enhanced senses, night vision, heat detection, and even subtle ways to manipulate other animals. These abilities make hybrids not just dangerous, they make them unpredictable and fascinating. One of the most intriguing secrets is social intelligence. Raptors communicate silently and coordinate in complex ways, almost like a team planning a strategy. Some hybrids may use similar techniques, observing other species, signaling each other, and even predicting human behavior. Herding herbivores also display teamwork, using numbers, positioning, and movement to protect young and confuse predators. These interactions suggest that survival depends on cooperation, observation, and learning, not just physical strength. Another hidden survival secret is adaptation to extreme environments. Some hybrids were engineered to survive in conditions that natural dinosaurs could not handle. For example, hybrids may tolerate cold, heat, or water environments that would be lethal to normal species. Flying species navigate storms, cliffs, and strong winds, while aquatic hybrids could hunt efficiently in deep rivers or oceans. Even on continents far from the islands, dinosaurs are adjusting to forests, plains, and human settlements, showing incredible resilience and adaptability. Behavioral intelligence and cunning are key to hybrid survival. Indoraptor, for instance, can observe humans, study patterns, and plan attacks with precision. Indominus Rex could manipulate its environment, hide from sensors, and even deceive prey. These creatures combine instinct with learning, making them highly effective hunters. They teach humans a crucial lesson: survival is not only about power, it is about understanding, observation, and cleverness. Hidden behaviors also include parental care and teaching. Some herbivores protect and guide their young, showing awareness of danger and teaching avoidance techniques. Raptors may train juveniles in hunting, strategy, and survival skills. Hybrids, though dangerous, may exhibit similar behaviors, using intelligence to ensure their offspring survive. These behaviors hint at a deeper complexity in dinosaur life that humans have only begun to understand. The interaction between natural and hybrid species also reveals hidden secrets. Hybrids can disrupt natural ecosystems, challenge predators, and push herbivores to adapt new strategies. Some natural dinosaurs may learn from hybrids, copying behaviors like hunting techniques, communication methods, or camouflage. This creates a dynamic and evolving ecosystem where survival is constantly tested. Finally, the ultimate hidden secret is the potential for future evolution. Dinosaurs and hybrids, now spread across continents, are living in new environments with new challenges. Over time, natural selection and genetic engineering could produce new traits, behaviors, or even entirely new species. Scientists speculate that hybrids might continue to evolve in secret labs, or dinosaurs might develop abilities unseen for millions of years. The Jurassic universe suggests that life is always adapting, growing smarter, and finding new ways to survive. In conclusion, mysterious behaviors, undiscovered hybrid traits, and hidden survival secrets make the Jurassic world endlessly fascinating. Dinosaurs are not just creatures, they are intelligent, adaptable, and constantly learning. Hybrids push the boundaries of nature, while natural dinosaurs show awareness, cooperation, and cunning. Humans may study them, but much of their world remains hidden, full of surprises, and waiting to be understood. The hidden lore of dinosaur intelligence and adaptation teaches that survival is about more than strength. Observation, strategy, communication, and adaptability are essential. In a world where humans, dinosaurs, and hybrids share the planet, life continues to evolve in mysterious ways, proving that no matter the challenge, life always finds a way. Part 29. Ultimate Hybrid Designs, Secret Abilities, and Dangerous Unknowns. In the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe, hybrids represent the cutting edge of science, genetics, and unpredictability. They are more than just powerful predators. They are designed to be smart, adaptable, and sometimes terrifyingly clever. But beyond what humans see in parks and labs, there are ultimate hybrid designs, secret abilities, and dangerous unknowns that make these creatures some of the most fascinating and frightening parts of the Jurassic world. Let's start with ultimate hybrid designs. Hybrids like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor were created to combine traits from multiple species: strength, speed, intelligence, stealth, and adaptability. But secret hybrid experiments hint at creatures even more advanced, dinosaurs engineered to survive anywhere on the planet. Some could be faster than T-Rex, smarter than raptors, or capable of hunting in packs with precise coordination. Others might be designed for extreme conditions, like icy mountains, dense forests, or deep waters. These ultimate designs are not fully revealed in the movies, leaving the potential for surprises and hidden dangers. The secret abilities of hybrids are what make them truly unpredictable. Indominus Rex had camouflage and thermal detection. Indoraptor had problem-solving intelligence and stealth. Future hybrids could have night vision, incredible hearing, or even abilities to mimic sounds to confuse prey or humans. Some might combine aquatic and terrestrial traits, allowing them to swim and hunt on land. Others could have wings adapted for silent flight, making them almost invisible hunters. Every hybrid's design shows how science can push life beyond natural limits. One of the most fascinating unknowns is hybrid intelligence and strategy. Some hybrids can learn from humans, predators, and prey, adapting faster than any natural dinosaur. They can solve problems, plan attacks, and use environmental tools, like breaking barriers or luring prey into traps. This intelligence combined with physical power makes them highly dangerous. Humans who encounter these hybrids must use careful observation, patience, and strategy, or risk being outsmarted. Interactions between hybrids and natural dinosaurs reveal even more secrets. Hybrids can disrupt ecosystems, forcing predators to compete for food, herbivores to adapt new defenses, and other species to change behaviors. Raptors, for example, may learn new hunting techniques by observing hybrids. Herbivores may develop evasive strategies or herd formations previously unseen. These interactions create a constantly evolving world, full of surprises and hidden lessons about survival. Another secret is hidden laboratories and abandoned experiments. InGen and BioSyn have created hybrids that were never released or were thought destroyed. Some may still exist in eggs, embryos, or isolated facilities. These hidden hybrids could have abilities unknown to anyone, waiting for discovery or escape. Every laboratory, hidden island, or abandoned facility is a potential source of new creatures, testing the limits of human control over life. The most dangerous unknowns are hybrid behaviors that humans cannot predict. Hybrids may display loyalty, cunning, aggression, or teamwork in unexpected ways. Some could even cooperate with each other or manipulate humans without being noticed. Others might adapt to urban environments, hunt silently in forests, or survive in climates that challenge natural species. Every hybrid is a reminder that intelligence, adaptation, and instinct together create a creature that cannot be fully controlled. Finally, the future of hybrids in the Jurassic universe is both exciting and terrifying. Advanced genetic engineering may produce dinosaurs capable of survival in extreme environments, cooperation with humans, or extraordinary hunting abilities. New hybrids could emerge from hidden labs, abandoned islands, or secret experiments. Every discovery, escape, or interaction has the potential to reshape ecosystems, challenge human understanding, and create new adventures or dangers. In conclusion, ultimate hybrid designs, secret abilities, and dangerous unknowns make the Jurassic World endlessly thrilling. Hybrids push the boundaries of life, combining intelligence, power, and cunning in ways humans cannot fully predict. Hidden experiments, undiscovered abilities, and unknown behaviors ensure that the story of dinosaurs is far from over. The hidden lore of hybrids teaches that life is clever, adaptable, and full of surprises. Intelligence, strategy, and instinct combine to create creatures that challenge humans and nature alike. In the modern world, where dinosaurs, hybrids, and humans coexist, the ultimate lesson remains the same. Life always finds a way, and sometimes, that way is smarter, faster, and more dangerous than anyone expects. Part 30. The Grand Future of the Jurassic World and Ultimate Mysteries. The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe is full of adventure, danger, and amazing creatures. Over the years, humans have encountered natural dinosaurs, hybrids, and secret experiments, learning lessons about survival, intelligence, and the power of life itself. But the story doesn't end with islands or labs. It continues into a grand future, where dinosaurs, hybrids, and humans must coexist on a shared planet. One of the biggest challenges for the future is coexistence. Dinosaurs are no longer confined to islands. They roam forests, plains, mountains, rivers, and even areas near cities. Hybrids, with their intelligence and unique abilities, are unpredictable and sometimes dangerous. Humans must learn to live alongside these incredible creatures. This requires respect, observation, and planning. Scientists like Owen Grady and Claire Deering show that understanding behavior, communication, and social structure is the key to survival. Humans cannot control these creatures, they must coexist. A second important factor is global ecosystem management. Dinosaurs impact natural animals, plants, and human settlements. Predators compete with modern carnivores, herbivores migrate across farmlands, and hybrids create challenges for both ecosystems and humans. Managing coexistence involves creating safe zones, monitoring populations, and understanding how dinosaurs interact with their environments. Humans must balance curiosity, safety, and responsibility to ensure a healthy planet for all species. The future of hybrid creation adds another layer of mystery. Advanced genetic engineering means new hybrids could appear with abilities beyond anything seen before. Some may survive in extreme climates, hunt in groups, or cooperate in ways that mimic intelligence. Secret labs, abandoned experiments, and hidden islands may hold new creatures waiting to be discovered, or escape. These hybrids could reshape ecosystems and test human understanding, highlighting the need for careful observation and caution. Dinosaur intelligence and adaptation also shape the future. Raptors, Indoraptor-level hybrids, and even herbivores display problem-solving skills, social behavior, and survival strategies. Flying dinosaurs explore new territories, while aquatic species adapt to rivers and oceans. These adaptations show that dinosaurs are not just surviving, they are thriving in new environments and learning in ways humans are only beginning to understand. Hidden mysteries remain everywhere. Secret habitats, undiscovered species, and abandoned laboratories hold clues about dinosaurs that humans haven't fully explored. Some hybrids or natural species may have abilities humans can barely imagine, from advanced camouflage to unique hunting techniques. Every discovery teaches lessons about life, evolution, and the consequences of human experimentation. The Jurassic universe is full of surprises, and many secrets are still waiting to be uncovered. Another exciting part of the future is human-dinosaur collaboration. Some hybrids may be trained or observed for research purposes. Raptors like Blue show that trust, patience, and understanding can lead to unique bonds. These interactions teach humans about empathy, communication, and respect for intelligence in other species. They also hint that the future of the Jurassic World might include partnerships between humans and dinosaurs, rather than just conflict or survival. Finally, the grand future of the Jurassic World is about endless possibilities and ongoing evolution. Dinosaurs, hybrids, and humans share the planet in ways that challenge imagination. Ecosystems will change, creatures will adapt, and new species, whether engineered or naturally evolved, will appear. Humans must learn to observe, adapt, and respect life while facing dangers, surprises, and mysteries. The story of the Jurassic universe is never fully complete because life itself continues to grow, adapt, and evolve. In conclusion, the grand future of the Jurassic World teaches lessons about coexistence, adaptation, intelligence, and respect. Dinosaurs, hybrids, and humans form a dynamic, interconnected world full of surprises, dangers, and mysteries. Every species has a role, every behavior has meaning, and every experiment or discovery reminds humans of their responsibility. The ultimate message of the Jurassic universe remains the same. Life is resilient, clever, and always full of surprises. Dinosaurs, both natural and hybrid, continue to thrive, evolve, and teach humans about survival, intelligence, and the mysteries of nature. No matter how much humans plan or prepare, the world is alive, unpredictable, and astonishing. And through it all, one truth remains: life always finds a way. Part 31. Rare Dinosaur Behaviors, Hidden Hybrid Experiments, and Mysterious Survival Techniques. Even after decades of research, the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe is still full of rare and mysterious behaviors that humans barely understand. Dinosaurs are not just big creatures, they are clever, adaptable, and sometimes unpredictable. In this part, we explore rare dinosaur behaviors, hidden hybrid experiments, and mysterious survival techniques that make the Jurassic World even more fascinating. First, let's talk about rare behaviors in natural dinosaurs. Some raptors display surprising problem-solving skills, like figuring out obstacles or using tools in creative ways. Herbivores sometimes demonstrate strategic movement, using terrain to confuse predators or escape danger. Flying dinosaurs have been observed hunting in unexpected patterns or traveling long distances in search of food. These behaviors show that dinosaurs are not just following instinct. They are learning, experimenting, and adjusting to their environments in ways humans may not notice at first. Hidden hybrid experiments take these behaviors even further. Hybrids like Indominus Rex and Indoraptor were engineered not only for strength and hunting but also for advanced intelligence. Some hybrids can learn from humans, manipulate other species, or use the environment strategically. Secret experiments, some never revealed in movies or books, may include hybrids designed to survive extreme climates, hunt cooperatively in groups, or even mimic sounds to confuse prey or humans. These hidden creations push the limits of what life can do. One of the most fascinating mysteries is dinosaur communication. Raptors use subtle signals, chirps, tail movements, and body language to coordinate hunting and alert each other to danger. Hybrids may expand on these abilities, using enhanced intelligence to plan attacks, deceive predators, or even manipulate other species. Herbivores, meanwhile, use calls, gestures, and movement patterns to protect young or warn the herd. These secret communication methods are vital for survival and reveal a deeper complexity in dinosaur social structures. Another important aspect is adaptive camouflage and stealth. Some hybrids are engineered to blend perfectly into their environments, using color-changing skin, shadows, or vegetation to hide from humans and predators. Raptors use stealth and patience to stalk prey, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Even herbivores sometimes freeze or run in zigzag patterns to confuse predators. These survival techniques prove that intelligence and instinct often outweigh size and strength. Parental care and teaching is another hidden secret. Some dinosaurs teach young how to hunt, avoid danger, or use their environment wisely. Raptors, for example, may train juveniles in pack hunting or obstacle navigation. Herbivores protect young and signal dangers to the herd. Hybrids, although dangerous, may also demonstrate teaching instincts, using intelligence to ensure offspring survive. These behaviors highlight the sophistication of dinosaur life beyond what humans usually see. Hidden hybrid experiments also explore extreme abilities. Some hybrids may have enhanced night vision, heat detection, or speed. Others might combine aquatic and terrestrial traits, allowing them to hunt in rivers and on land. Flying hybrids could use silent flight to ambush prey. These unknown traits make hybrids unpredictable and dangerous, emphasizing that humans cannot fully control or anticipate them. The interaction between natural dinosaurs and hybrids creates another layer of mystery. Hybrids may outsmart predators, change herbivore behavior, or disrupt ecosystems. Natural dinosaurs may adapt by learning from hybrids, copying behaviors like hunting, camouflage, or social coordination. This dynamic, evolving ecosystem demonstrates that survival is a constant process of learning, adapting, and evolving. Finally, the most important lesson from rare behaviors and hidden experiments is adaptation and resilience. Dinosaurs, whether natural or hybrid, survive not just because of strength, but because of intelligence, observation, social behavior, and creativity. Humans who encounter them must understand behavior, respect intelligence, and be careful or risk danger. Survival in the Jurassic universe is a balance between instinct, learning, and strategic thinking. In conclusion, rare dinosaur behaviors, hidden hybrid experiments, and mysterious survival techniques make the Jurassic world endlessly fascinating. Dinosaurs are clever, adaptable, and constantly learning. Hybrids push the boundaries of nature with enhanced abilities, and secret behaviors hint at mysteries humans have yet to uncover. The hidden lore of survival teaches that intelligence, strategy, and cooperation are as important as strength, and that life always finds a way, no matter the challenges or dangers. Part 32: Secret Global Migration Patterns, Undiscovered Hybrid Colonies, and Long-Term Impact. The Jurassic Park and Jurassic World universe isn't just about dinosaurs on islands or hidden labs anymore. Dinosaurs and hybrids are spreading across the globe, creating secret migration routes, undiscovered colonies, and long-term effects on ecosystems and humans. This part explores how dinosaurs travel, form hidden groups, and change the modern world in ways people rarely notice. First, let's talk about secret global migration patterns. Some dinosaurs naturally migrate across large distances to find food, water, or safe nesting areas. Herbivores like Brachiosaurus or Triceratops move in herds, sometimes crossing plains, forests, and rivers. Predators like raptors may follow prey or relocate to avoid conflict with larger predators or humans. Even hybrids with engineered intelligence show migration patterns, moving stealthily to avoid detection, find resources, or establish territory. These migrations are often hidden from human eyes, taking place in remote forests, mountains, or islands. Some migration patterns are influenced by climate and geography. Flying dinosaurs travel long distances along coastlines, cliffs, and river valleys. Aquatic species explore oceans and rivers, searching for fish or safe nesting grounds. Terrestrial predators and hybrids navigate forests and plains, avoiding humans and establishing new territories. These migrations show the adaptability of dinosaurs and how they can survive in environments very different from their original islands. Next, we discover undiscovered hybrid colonies. Some hybrids may form secret groups far from human settlements, hidden in dense jungles, mountains, or isolated islands. These colonies can include multiple generations of hybrids, demonstrating intelligence, social structure, and survival strategies. Hybrids may hunt cooperatively, share knowledge, and establish territories that humans don't even know exist. These hidden colonies are like secret civilizations of dinosaurs, evolving and learning without human interference. Interactions within hybrid colonies are especially interesting. Hybrids use intelligence and communication to organize hunts, protect young, and navigate their environment. Some may even develop unique behaviors that natural dinosaurs do not exhibit, like planning coordinated attacks or manipulating other species. Scientists have only glimpsed these colonies in films and lore hints, suggesting that the full story of hybrids is far larger than what is publicly known. The long-term impact on ecosystems is enormous. Dinosaurs and hybrids compete with modern predators, hunt natural prey, and alter vegetation. Herbivores may clear forests or grasslands, while predators change hunting patterns of other animals. Hybrids, with enhanced intelligence and abilities, can disrupt the balance even more dramatically. These changes are ongoing and often invisible to humans, showing that dinosaurs now play a permanent role in shaping the planet's ecosystems. Humans are affected too. Farmers, scientists, and communities must navigate areas where dinosaurs roam. Roads, farmland, and towns can intersect with migration routes, creating conflicts. Some humans learn to avoid dinosaurs, while others attempt to study or even control them. The long-term survival of both species depends on observation, understanding, and careful coexistence. Humans cannot dominate these creatures, they must learn to live alongside them. Hidden migration and colonies also reveal dinosaur intelligence and strategy. Raptors may scout paths for hunting or safety. Hybrids can observe humans and other predators to optimize survival. Even herbivores demonstrate planning, choosing paths that avoid danger, find food, and maintain the safety of the herd. These behaviors show that life in the modern Jurassic World requires brains as well as brawn. Finally, the future implications of these migrations and colonies are huge. Dinosaurs may establish permanent populations in new continents, hybrids could evolve with unique abilities, and ecosystems will continue to change. Scientists and explorers might uncover new species, study undiscovered colonies, or encounter advanced hybrids in remote areas. The Jurassic universe continues to expand, reminding humans that life is unpredictable, adaptable, and full of mysteries. In conclusion, secret global migration patterns, undiscovered hybrid colonies, and long-term impacts on the modern world reveal the incredible adaptability and intelligence of dinosaurs. Their movements shape ecosystems, challenge humans, and hint at hidden societies we have yet to discover. The hidden lore shows that dinosaurs and hybrids are not just surviving, they are thriving, evolving, and teaching humans about the resilience and cleverness of life. The ultimate lesson remains the same. Life is clever, adaptive, and unstoppable. In a world where dinosaurs and hybrids roam freely, survival, intelligence, and cooperation are the keys to thriving. And no matter the challenge, life always finds a way.